Alright. Play some Warhammer Online. Oh, Manfred. I appreciate the follow, buddy. Caught me while I was having a brew. Alright, let's see where we got off to. We'll grab mail real fast. Oh, we've got all kinds of bags. Yep. 10 crests. 30 crests. We need these crests. I believe the next set of gear is 65 renown for us, so we're a couple of levels off using the, I want to say Triumphant set, is it? Something like that. 8 more crests, 24 more crests, 32 more crests, where are we on? 5,252. That's not bad, okay. Right, let's see what we're up to. I did notice, just before we started streaming, they've just taken Butcher's Pass. I also noticed on the main website that Order have a lot more people than we do right now. So we're probably getting smashed. What are we doing? I'll pass. Dragon Wake's popping off as well. Calador, we hate Calador. Why is this not, why doesn't this show Dragon Wake right now? We don't really care about locked pairings, right? No idea. Anyway, let's jump into this. How's it going? Shook it up? Oh, Dragon Wake was probably just flipped to Cali. Ah, that makes sense. I feel like the State of the Realm thing is a little bit laggy or a little bit bugged at the moment, where it doesn't really update properly. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Dwarf Greenskin, that's all locked as well. Okay, so it basically is tier 3 here. Or Calador. We don't want to do Calador, we absolutely hate Calador. Doesn't seem to be a warband up either, okay. Not in game yourself, so not sure. Yeah, that's no dramas. I did see, as I say, you guys just took, say you guys, because I've already seen you on the Slayer. You guys did just take a fortress. I was tempted to get in game a bit earlier. And then, as I say, I had a look on the main website and saw that I think it was, I think we had 48% or something. Maybe not even 48, I think it was like 46, 42% of players on Destruction. So I thought, you know what, I'll watch Ryu do it, and I think we got smashed, so yeah, here we are. We'll have a little run around here, I guess. We'll try and find people. This ours? This is ours, okay. And then, as I say, we do have some drops tomorrow. Yeah, probably won't log on with while Order is dominating. Yeah, that's a shame, man. At this point, I mean, I'm glad we've got a Destruction character, and I'm glad we're playing Destruction, because we do want to be on the losing side. But it's a shame to see the numbers kind of that dramatically different. Calador seems to be popping off, though. Oh, do we go Calador? I don't really want to go to Calador. It makes me hurt inside. I don't feel like... Oh, I knew this was coming. Is this going to demolish us? That's not great. We don't even have pots or anything. I mean, I'm glad he got involved, but he's only 30. Why would he run away from a 38? He was going to definitely kill me. Interesting. We're only hitting him for 86. We have another guy over there. We saw that late. That's why he ran off. Oh, he's only level 23. This guy's dead. He's already died, yeah. Oh, he's just released. He's died. Jesus Christ. This is why we don't like soloing stuff on a witch, on a zealot, because when there's one or two witch hunters, we don't do very well. Dear. Still no warband up? Maybe we should make a warband. Oh, and they've just taken this. That's gotta just be witch hunters, right? Yeah, it looks that way. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just start getting a warband going, if we can. That zealot needs an invite as well. Oh, we didn't get that off, that sucks. We shouldn't have done that big heal there. Oh, I think he's already roast. Manage warband. There we go. Just let them know I don't have a clue how to lead a warband. And while we're doing this, we're not waiting for that box. But we should absolutely wait for that box, right? Oh, he's gonna wait, I guess. Or do we need two? Oh, we've got two. I don't really get how these generate boxes. I don't really understand the timing on it all. We just heard the doors go. I can't tab onto anyone. Rest of the guys are heading top left. Again, I don't know why this isn't spawning a box. I'm sure they're like, oh, there we go. Not for the box, but for this dude attacking me, I guess. We will pop this. I'm hoping this guy's not going to kill me. Oh, we got another guy. I've just had a lag burst? What is this? I'm hoping this is a server thing. Okay. That sucks. We die here. Oh, that's so annoying, man. What was that lag spike? We should have buffed ourselves with a res. We could have resed ourselves there. It doesn't help that, yeah, that lag spike went on for a while. Oh, I don't know why that's a thing. We had some lag yesterday as well, man. I don't know if that's a server thing or my ISP having some hiccups. Don't like running into technical issues when I don't know how to fix them. We'll head back there. Oh, you know what? We'll head back with the warband actually. Oh, okay. This is why the warband's heading back this direction, I guess. Well, these don't even care about handing in boxes. This is just farming kills, and there's like 6 of us and 10 of them, so there's no point even fighting that, in my opinion. I love a good witch on there as well. We just tank this. I didn't even have myself selected there, it's funny. So many witch hunters knocking around. I think we go back to the tower. And hope that these guys don't follow us, because there's a lot of them. Oh, we're getting quite a warband now as well. This is a better warband to join. So we may join that guy's warband in a minute. Got people near us. Put strength on. Still don't know if that actually takes people out of stealth or not. I feel like it does. I don't actually know. And yet again, this warband's doing the whole, we take it and we just run away and leave. Very interesting playstyle. I guess we don't care about boxes here. Calador's almost 2 stars, so I think we go Calador instead. I'm just gonna let them know I'm leaving. Because as I say, I don't actually know how to lead a warband. And we'll join this guy's warband. Looks like these guys have just done the same thing. And I'm hoping these are all in Calador? Yeah, they are. Sound. Because this is about to do, it's just in 2 star. So it makes sense we head straight to Calador. As much as we love Calador, we can at least try and get to the keep and defend. A long loading screen. Oh, it's this keep as well, they've switched, cool. Or have they switched? I feel like that's what they're normally like. We don't have to go away. Oh wait, yeah we do. I'm doing the wrong direction. I was going to just run down the mountain and go to this keep, but I've definitely just seen it's the other keep. Oh, this is brilliant, okay. So we're not even going to be able to defend the keep, I don't think. They grab a siege immediately, which they should do, seeing as they massively outnumber us right now. I say massively, we've only got 20% against all odds buff. Can't be that massive. We seem to be pushing them back, that's good. We want to get out of here and just go straight to the keep as quick as we can. That's what I feel like that guy's doing, but he's not doing that. Probably a bad play. Because we're obviously going to get caught off guard. We'll see what we can do though. We can always cross over the river here. Unless we have a witch hunter on top of us in a second, which we probably will. They have a whole warband there. Okay, well that's not going to be the plan. I guess we stick with the warband. Which we're probably not going to be able to get back over that bridge now. We've been pulled. Yeah, we're dead. We'll just respawn there, that's fine. I was expecting that to go a little bit better. We pop that as well, that's a 3-minute cooldown. Good lord. Okay. shocked they haven't... Oh, it's only a 1-star, sorry, that's my mistake. I was about to say I'm shocked they haven't got a siege yet, but that's because it's not 2-star. Apparently I didn't read that tooltip very well. Where's the warband? Oh no. Maybe I should have stayed dead for a res. Oh, this works, this is fine. We're doing a little bit of flanking. We'll get involved here. We're not really doing a lot because we're only AoE healing people, and none of the pie actually need to heal right now. Can we get rid of that box? Yeah, we'll get rid of your box. I'm not sure where he died. Probably behind us somewhere. Warband leader. I don't think we've been in this guy's warband before. Although I'm guessing this is the same guy who normally plays a Squigger with a very similar name. Especially when in the warband chat he immediately said, join my Discord. That's what the Squigger normally says. Trying to get some buffs on people. We'll give everyone any for now. Can't go wrong with a bit of initiative, I guess. I mean, again, even here, why have we not done anything to our keep? It seems like Destruction never want to put boxes in the keep. They don't want to siege, they just want to defend. Surely it would make sense that we're leveling our keep up, so it takes them longer to siege it, right? 3-star keep? I guess these players are running around trying to bait, so they push, we gank, that kind of a thing. I guess. Do we have the AP one? We don't actually need that on right now. We'll switch that for the morale one in a second, I think. You can disable. We'll just make me a little bit more tanky for a second. We're gonna go DPS that guy, we don't need to. Okay. I was saying that, we don't have a box yet. I wonder if this zone you need to have 2 BOs. We'd have 2 BOs, that makes no sense, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure on these timers on the boxes, they don't seem to be very quick at respawning today. 56% on the keep. They've just taken that, I think they have, right? Yeah, they have. I was looking at the wrong one, I keep thinking this is this BO. I'm so used to the keeps being switched on this map. Again here, does it not make sense that we camp this and then start running boxes? seeing as it's next door to our keep. And then should we also not grab this one? So again, we can just safely run boxes back to our keep. I mean, obviously they'll be able to run boxes back to their keep and level it to 2-star quicker than we can. But at least that way... Ah, again, apparently everyone's in Discord. I'm guessing everyone isn't in Discord, but... If this is the same player, my understanding is this guy always spams his Discord link and no one joins it or something. Or at least that's what I've been told. That's what I've heard. People up. We're at a place here. Up on the fence. There we go. It's not going to hit him, he's 130 feet away. We can't want to move away here. Getting morale 2 into a couple of AoEs. It's annoying that half these guys aren't in the warband. And he's line of sight me even though he's stood next to me. God damn it. Oh, I guess I'm basically stood around to everyone who's not in the warband at the moment. I won't pay attention, we're running over there, that's annoying. No? Yeah, no luck. Still looks like we haven't put a single box in. Oh, 2%, we've delivered 1 box. Crazy, I don't get it. We've almost 2-starred this as well, and we've gotten the 0 in. What a destruction doing, man. The last few days have been this way. Where it just feels like Destruction don't have a clue how to play the game. Or maybe I don't have a clue how to play the game. I am new after all. Newish. Excuses. Interesting. Right, let's have some coffee real quick as we stand around doing nothing. Click them skills. We're really off guard here. Very much out of place. Interesting play here. Oh yeah, that wolf's coming for me, of course. Of course. Might be able to get this heal off. No, we interrupted a link. Oh, can't see our target because I'm inside me over a tree, I guess. We should roast the Shaman first. Spam some AoEs. Try and get one rezzed as well. We've got some dudes behind us, this isn't going to go well. Is he just being rezzed? Trying to keep this man up. No, not gonna happen. We can res him again. Can't see him because he's over a bridge. Apologies, Squiggy. We didn't keep you up very well there. Oh, and now we're having to run back over the bridge. Oh, Ryo, appreciate the raid, dude. How was your stream? We saw you get, well, not you specifically, but we saw us lose that fortress. That was depressing to see. It did look like we were outnumbered. On the Return of Reckoning website at least. That would make sense that we're outnumbered, but yeah. Oh, cheers, right, I appreciate it, man. Can we get these rezzed? Risky res. Can't see on target. I mean, we clearly can see the target, that's why res is highlighted. We can res him, right? I have no idea. One star still. That's still 56%, so they haven't been able to deposit any more boxes, which is good to see. This is very back and forth right now. I should really be better positioned. I'll say that. I'm normally the person who's the worst positioned out of everybody. You should hit him, yeah. Oh, click that Shaman. Oh my god, there are more people this side as well. We're kind of, we're not in a good position here at all. They have us cornered on each 3 sides here. Why is that guy flying? Can't fly, that's cheating. We're not in a good place. Can we detaunt you again? I feel like we have to run back here. As much as we want to save people, it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen right now. Not when they've come from, do you know what I mean, all 3 directions, when we're sort of in that middle bit. We're going to have to regroup. I'm quite happy to regroup. For some reason I don't have a buff on me anymore. Why has my buff disappeared? What? No idea. Let's rebuff. He must have moved me in a different group perhaps. No, I'm sure he hasn't. We can also use one of them and one of them. The man is still spamming his Discord link. That's brilliant to see. That clearly means everyone's joined it, right? I mean, I guess being on a Discord is way simpler than having to have loads of hotkeys set up and loads of macros to spam chat with stuff. And now he's just using them anyway, so we don't need to be on Discord then, right? We get stuck in here, right? Oh, bit of lag. We haven't even done a fortress or a keep yet, and we're already quite laggy. That's crazy to me. Oh, that sucks. We didn't see that guy take damage. We'll pop both our cooldowns here, I think. I want to keep that black guard up. That's annoying. I mean, questionable play here. Let's push into that entire warband. Questionable play in destruction side. Hope he doesn't die. Good lord. Well, again, when you've got like 700 people attacking you, you're probably gonna die, right? It's not great. Not good to see. We didn't do very well then, keeping people up. Oh, I've got a sneeze coming any second. Is he gonna try and knock us back? Iron breakers are so predictable at this point. They just run past somebody, knock them back into the group, get them killed, done. I mean, it's a decent strategy. I understand why it's the way it is and why it's so predictable. I mean, they can't do anything else, right? Yeah, we're heading back up there. Some coffee real quick. Okay. Have we still not run a single box? What? Oh no, we have there. Oh, it's because we're in Calador. I'm an idiot. I was looking at the wrong zone. Alright, so we are running in boxes. That's fantastic. And I guess, because they haven't handed in a box for a while, the supply's gone back to 0 here? I guess? Is that how that works? Must be. He's running boxes. Love to see it. He needs a buff again. Why? Am I getting wrong groups, I guess? I could have sworn we just buffed everyone. Shows you how much I pay attention to the unit phrase. Oh dear. Right, okay. Someone grabbing us? Oh yeah. Oh, sacrifice. We'd love to see sacrifice kicking around. He must be doing some solo DPS stuff. Recording a video maybe. Or do we have a second warband going on? No, we don't. And he's not in this warband. No, he's not. He's got to be doing some solo video recording. Oh, Shaman just been kicked, I guess. I think he was in a scenario. Was a stun on me, I guess? How bright was it stun me? Can you spike this guy? Nope. Oh, thank you, Shut Kid Up. Let's have a quick read. From 1 to 2 stars, if no box is turned in, it gets reset. To prior established star. Oh, I see. So yeah, because we have seen this before where, I guess, yeah, something's on like 80% supply and it goes straight back down to 0 supply. Once you get 3 stars, you stay 3 stars no matter what. If you get 4 stars and no one claims keep, no boxes are turned in, it resets back to 3 stars. Ooh, I don't think I've ever seen a 4-star keep, to be fair. I probably have. I've probably just not realised. Oh, so that means even if this gets level to 3 and then nothing happens for ages, will that then decay back into a 2-star? And then obviously again, if nothing happens for ages, it'll then slowly decay into a 1-star. Ooh, he's grabbed that box, good. Keep on tapping my my mic with the headset. Let me just move this down a little bit. Is that better? Yeah, that's kind of better. Let me just move that up a little bit. Oh no, I've tapped it again. That should be fine there. 5 stars and all BOs you lock zone. Oh, is that without even doing the keep stuff? Can you kind of bypass doing keeps? Oh, once you're 3 stars, you stay 3 stars. Yeah, okay. But obviously, as you've mentioned there, yeah, 1 to 2 stars if no box. Yeah, about King the Lord. Oh, I've not seen that either. Oh, maybe we should just be running more boxes then, man. Maybe we should just be solo running boxes. I'm guessing as well the supply to go from 0 star to 1 star, let's just say for an example, is 100 points and requires, say, 100 boxes, 1 point a box. I know that's not correct, but just for an example's sake. I'm guessing going from 1 star to 2 star would be 200 points, 300 points, kind of thing. So it's going to take longer and longer to level up those stars. Or level up the keep, I guess. Again, I appreciate those values and those numbers are not correct, but just an example's sake. Once you have 3 stars, you need 3 BOs to get boxes to spawn. Oh, yeah, that sucks. That I did not know either. I've seen in some of the higher level zones, and I could be wrong with this as well, because we've mentioned it, or a Warband member has mentioned it in some of the zones. Was it Dragon Wake? No, it wasn't Dragon Wake. I wonder if it was. It wasn't Prague. Thunder Mountain? Black Crag in this zone? I think. I'm sure someone's mentioned in Black Crag you need 2 BOs to spawn boxes, but that could just be because we had a 2-star keep, perhaps. Or a 3-star keep, something like that, maybe. I don't think this guy needs a heal. I think he's doing fine. Yeah, there's still so much we're learning in this game. It's crazy. I'd hate to be that guy who stood by a BO for like an hour waiting for a box. When no box is ever going to spawn. Because that's probably something I'd do. Oh yeah, you smash me, engineer. You go crazy, son. Get out of here. Get out of here, bruh. That was not my DPS at all, it was this dude's. I have no DPS on this class. Kind of on morale 2 here. Do some AoE heals, but I don't actually need to right now. This is why we hate Kaladar. A lot of Warband leaders, players don't want zone siege, that's why they don't level up, they prefer kills over sieging. Oh, that explains everything. I mean, I kind of get the impression here that Destruction just want kills, and Destruction don't care about doing sieges whatsoever. Whereas Order, at least for the past couple of days, because Order have been on point with their sieges, it seems to be the Order are the ones wanting to push keeps and do stuff, and actually, like, you know, play the game. Whereas Destruction just seem to want to run around and farm kills. That's the impression we're kind of getting over this last couple of days. Caldor's famous for not sieging for hours, just want to sit on the bridge. Yeah, man. I think it was the 2nd or 3rd time we entered Kalador. We kind of realised that, and we hate this zone because of it. Absolutely hate this zone. I feel like Kalador should just be removed from the game completely. I don't know, you go Dragon Wake and then you just, I don't know. But this is a zone? I have no idea. That's a different zone, isn't it? Oh, they're dead. That's already in the game as something else. Let's not do that. Christ, you could just copy-paste Dragon Wake. Put Dragon Wake here, and then put Dragon Wake here again, and just remove Kalador. That'll make the game 10 times better immediately. That's my thought anyway. We don't like Kalador at all. Oh, what is that public quest up there? Oh, that's... I wonder if that's chapter 22 up there. It might not be. No idea what I'm talking about when it comes to chapter 22. We saw it once. Maybe that was in Black Crag. Can't remember. We've definitely gone over a bridge to enter chapter 2. Let me try to remember where it was. I need to be paying attention here as well. I wonder if it was Black Crag. Oh, I can't remember. It is what it is. You refuse to go to Calador unless Order is defending a keep. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to start doing now. I mean, we would have stayed in High Pass, but they had so many more numbers than we did, it kind of felt pointless being there. And I feel like as well with leading a warband, or, you know what I mean, trying to get a warband up and running, I don't know how to lead a warband. I don't really care, you know, in terms of, oh no, other people might think I'm bad at the game. It's nothing like that. It's just I have no idea what I'm doing. So all I'll be doing is running around, doing nothing basically. And also as a healer, I kind of feel like I can't be a warband leader as a healer. Because generally speaking, everyone just follows the leader, don't they? So in a combat situation, like if we were about to run in and do this bridge fight, I'd be stood here, and everyone would just be stood behind me, and then we'd all run away because they're pushing us, because that's the mentality in this game. Whereas if I was on a tank or a DPS class, I could just run into the middle of them all, and everyone will then follow me. But as a healer, I mean, again, I guess I could spam chat with push, 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 rush in kind of thing, but I don't have anything set up hotkey-wise. Or macro-wise. It won't be hard to set up a macro, I guess. That just lagged in my ear. I thought I'd fix that notification sound. That's so annoying. Chibi, I appreciate the follow, buddy. I'm guessing that lagged on the stream as well. That's something I don't actually know how to fix at this point. With the stream alert, Twitch alerts. If I have it, that lagged as well. If I have it set to adjust sound in OBS, I can absolutely adjust the volume in OBS, but the sound lags. If I have it set to just Twitch alert sound volume, I can't change the volume, it doesn't work. So it's ridiculously loud. Don't know how to fix that, I'm going to have to do some investigating tonight. Because that's annoying to hear, with it lagging in my ear. They have a 2-star in High Pass as well now, so we should probably move to High Pass. We'll just set ourselves to follow this guy. XT, I appreciate the follow as well, buddy, thank you. Excuse me, High Pass can just be as bad. Both sides are just sitting camped. Yeah, I mean, that's... We're kind of getting camped and sat. Oh, this is cool. Right outside our spawn point, to be fair. Oh, I've never entered here before, though. Yeah, we come out of our war camp and just getting farmed here, so it's kind of boring. What are we doing? Is that an NPC? I don't have a quest to kill that guy, I don't know what it was about. Exum the Pyre? I wonder why we killed him. He must give somebody a fat reward, right? Oh, is this like a layer boss? I didn't even know there was layer bosses outside tier 1. Interesting. Just in here, that layer boss. I don't, again, no idea why we did that. I guess somebody needed it for a quest. Yes. Oh wait, was that a was that a thingamajiggy? Was that one of these fellas for the Wild Hunt? No, it was not. This is never getting finished. We're only hitting this. We've got the trophy. We're using the trophy. We are not getting this, unfortunately. I just don't see us being able to do... I mean, I guess I could do that one. I guess we could do this one as well. Oh, because that... Is that not the Dude in Dragon Wake? It is the Dude in Dragon Wake. Yeah, we've not killed him yet. We've only seen him up once. Which is interesting, because we've seen the boss in Avalon. We've seen this boss who spawns just about here. Or maybe, like, well, you can't really see on that side of the map. But yeah, he spawns, like, kind of here-ish. We've killed him a bunch, but he's not part of the quest. That's kind of stupid. We're not going to locate a singular fallen hero. we're not doing this. What is this? Yeah, so that event's probably not going to get done at all. You don't do events and no clue. As a solo player, doing events is too hard and boring for you, so you've no clue. Yeah, I mean, what was it? The scenario events, dare I say, not the weekend events, but when there's like hey, what was it? It was the last one, wasn't it? Ish or something. This one? Oh, we didn't even do this. We're 8 kills off completing it. I kind of forgot this was even a thing. um, it is what it is. That wasn't too bad. Destruction seemed to own this event. Or this, oh, that was just a weekend one anyway. Yeah, okay. We don't normally do them or finish them, as you can see there. The Dungeon Week, we haven't done this for a long time, which is a shame because we could probably be grabbing these Soul Stones and we could also probably be doing Fire Up Burrow for the Soul Stone quest. But this event, I mean, these graphics do not care about whatsoever. We looked at all the graphics that you can buy with these things and dragon scales from killing the dragon in Avalon. Don't care. They all look crap in my opinion. This event item might have been good, but we still have 28 days on the current event item, and the current one gives us minus 3% chance to be crit and healing crit chance by 3%, so that's probably a better one than plus 2 AP a second. So this is a crap event item in my opinion. If you'd have completed the previous event one, that's fine, we don't need that. And then generally speaking, if we don't have an event item, we normally just pick one up from the weekly award, from the PvP stuff, one of these ones. Obviously not as good as the epic, but it does the job. It fills the event slot, it gives us some more stats. Is what it is, it's fine. But yeah, event-wise, yeah, we don't really, We do the event for the mount, basically. We like having a new mount, which I'm shocked you're not doing the quest for the mount, man. Especially when you've mentioned yourself about the dwarven, that buzzing noise in your ear 24/7. Yeah. I'm shocked you haven't immediately just done the quest to get a new mount and then called the event, because that's basically what we did. We just wanted a new mount. Which, saying about the new mount, I have seen that in the Twitch drops tomorrow, I think I don't know how many hours it is in total, let's say it's 9 hours of watching, you get a mount token, 30-day mount token, which I think they should do every single month and give people a 30-day mount token through Twitch drops. Every single month. I don't know why they don't do that. We love being able to get new mounts. What are these things? Where even are we? We're doing PvP, honest. What are we doing? Taking a long detour, I think. Yes, you hate the dwarf mount, but I just hate either PvE or doing multi-stage events in multi-zones. Oh, that's a shame, man. Yeah. How do you feel about doing dungeons? I know, obviously, again, that is PvE content. I guess technically it would also be multi-stage PvE content. But yeah, a quick dungeon run in HV nets you the map. I mean, I'm sure you're aware of that. You know what I mean? You've been playing a lot longer than I have. You've probably done this event, the Hunter's Vale event, many years in a row. But yeah. I don't mind the dungeons in this, to be fair. I do like doing the dungeons in any game. Or in any MMO, I guess. The dungeons, I'm quite happy to do. And again, if it rewards me with a mount for the event, oh, bonus. But otherwise, I guess if this event was popping off with Hunter's Vale, because we've already done Hunter's Vale, and we've already grabbed the the Vale Walker set, sorry. We don't need to do Hunter's Vale ever again. So yeah, if there were no mount for this event, we wouldn't have been doing Hunter's Vale. We would not have been doing this event at all. It's only because we get a new mount. Which, as I say, with the Twitch drop giving a 30-day mount token, if we had known that was coming up, we probably wouldn't have even done Hunter's Vale for this mount. Which is a bit of a weird one. I don't know why the Twitch drops are a week late on Hunter's Vale. Or the Hunt event, sorry. I kind of feel like that ends tomorrow as well. I don't think this tells us, does it, on the terminology? It should really tell you somewhere here the time frame of this, so you have an understanding of in-game how long this lasts for. I feel like it was the 28th that this ended. Has he just died? No, he's fallen through the map a little bit. This is a risky fall. Again, fall damage in this game, we have not worked out. Oh, we're just jumping off to our deaths. Cool, okay. Well, at least I didn't die. Let's get people rezzed. I'm guessing someone else has already rezzed him. Yep, somebody else to get the res off just as I rezzed. This is where a stream sniper would be, oh, heaven. Seeing us all jump into a witch hunter. Oh, this is annoying. There we go, we can see this guy. Why have we jumped into their war camp with champions killing us all? Is this a troll? Is this guy just trolled us all? Well, I guess we're waiting for a res. Do we even have anyone that can res? There's one guy. Amazing play. Probably the best play you'll see today. What on earth? What on earth? Okay. Never been to Hunter's Vale, so I have zero idea where it's even at. Ooh. Yeah, okay. It's in Avalon. Not that you need to know. I doubt you're ever going to be doing it, but yeah, it's in Avalon, and it is. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's in Elrond. Sorry, it's right there. Hunter's Vale. The dungeon itself's not too bad. I have only done dungeon-wise. We have done Mount Gumbad. We have done Biorock Burrow. And we have done Hunter's Vale. And the last boss in Hunter's Vale, in my opinion, of those 3 dungeons, is the best boss fight of all 3 dungeons. It actually has mechanics. It goes on for a little bit longer than it should, mind you. But it's definitely the best boss fight of those 3 dungeons. Mount Gumbad was basically a tank and spank, nothing happens, or the bosses are kind of bugged. So that dungeon's basically a walk in the park. It's just a lot of trash you have to skip. Biorock Burrow was a fun dungeon, but really no real mechanics. There's one boss where you have to like touch a post if you get a debuff on you, or you die after 10 seconds. You just insta die. Oh, I've just hit the fence and been kicked out of the fence, so my heal didn't go off. I don't want to get morale too quickly here. But yeah, Biorock Burrow in itself, a fun dungeon, very linear, but kind of fun, as I say. Very tank and spank, however. Hunter's Vale, a bit of trash to skip, very tank and spank, up until the last boss that actually has mechanics. And because it's got mechanics, we have to pay attention. It makes it a bit more engaging, a bit more fun. And then we never did the Sicilium dungeons for the Keeper set. At some point, I guess at max level, well, we're at max level now, aren't we? But at some point, we'll probably go over all that and just smash through it real fast. Probably run some lobies through it or something. But no, we didn't do the Sicilium dungeon. Ryu, anyone got an idea why I can't drop a follow on Twitch? Like I'm trying to follow Joher, but it doesn't work. The only thing I have set up, permission-wise, for people to follow my channel, I think, is if you have a verified phone number to stop bots and God knows what else, and people being banned and then coming back because they've switched the phone number and stuff like that. And I think that your Twitch account has to be more than 30 days old, again, to stop bots. I'm pretty sure you are more than 30 days old, right? And I don't know if you've got your phone number validated though, but if you don't, I don't think you can even chat in chat. So you should be able to follow, I'm not sure. Gamepad was 50-50. Chuck it up, I will see you in game, my friend. Running away, but I will see you in game. But otherwise, yeah, right, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to follow. Are you following on the website or on the app by any chance? Yeah, you too, man. You too. Oh, that just worked. Oh, that was to Shook It Up following. I'm sure you've already followed me to Shook It Up. Is what it is. All good. No dramas. Let's get people buffed real quick. Just did a lot of running around, so I wasn't really paying attention too much. Not the first time Twitch will let you follow somebody, it's weird. Yeah, I could only, if you're using the app, it could be that your app's outdated. Otherwise, honestly, I have no idea. As I say, the only permissions I've set up, I think, would be the same. Well, I guess it would tell you if you can't follow. You know what I mean? Like, you can't follow this channel because this is the reasons why. But I'm pretty sure, in terms of chatting in the channel, you wouldn't be able to do that if you weren't like validated or verified or whatever it is. Which would then mean you wouldn't be able to follow because of those same reasons. And the fact you're able to chat away would suggest that you should be able to follow, so I'm not really sure, man. I wouldn't sweat it too much. We'll be streaming a hell of a lot tomorrow into... it's Thursday today, right? Yeah, it's Thursday. For a second now, I wasn't sure if it was Thursday or Friday. But yeah, into because the Twitch drops as well. Friday into the weekend, mate. We're gonna be on. We're gonna be streaming. We're not gonna go about the bridge, I don't think. And we are just farming kills, so I kind of want to bail it here. Although, if we can level up ours to 2-star, maybe we can force a siege by us buying the ram and forcing everyone to follow me. I'm sure you get a lot of stick for doing that in this game. Why would you buy a ram? We just want to farm kills. When has this guy died? Other side of the bridge? Other side of the bridge. Oh, he's, yeah, I see. Oh, someone's res him. Happy days. Can we res you? I can't even see this man's corpse. Oh, he's already been resed. Cool. Check your Twitch, register for phone number and email, etc. It seems to only have money. Stop streaming. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, that's a bit strange. I wonder if it's No, I don't wonder at all. I have no idea why that would be a thing. I could make up some mumbo jumbo. Oh, that'll be why. That's because of this reason, and this thing happens, and then this thing. No, I have no idea why you won't be able to follow after you stop streaming. And to be fair, I don't know enough about the whole internet stuff nowadays. I used to be a lot better at computers and stuff when I was a bit younger. But I think technology's grown too fast for my brain to process it all. So it's the whole, like, do you know what I mean? Oh, clear your cache folder, clear this, clear that. I don't know. No idea, man. It's the thought that counts, right? It's the thought that counts. This guy's still spamming his Discord link for everyone. I feel like I should join his Discord just to see how many people in this warband are actually in his Discord. Drops are tomorrow. I was like, man, no drops. Yeah, drops start tomorrow at 10 AM. I think it's UTC time zone. I think. Don't quote me on that. And again, for UK, it's the same time zone as GMT. So it's 10 AM for tomorrow. We normally stream from 12 AM. But tomorrow we may start at 10 as soon as the drops kick in. We'll see. It does mean getting up a little bit earlier and pushing things aside to have that extra 2 hours. But we'll see. As I say, if we don't start at 10, we'll start as normal at 12, and then we'll just go on for a lot longer than we normally do. We normally stream the 4 hours, every day except Tuesday, but chances are with drops, we do like to get stuck in. We do like to make sure everyone can pick up them drops. And the drops themselves, I don't think look that great, except for the mount token to get us a new looking mount. We've not even bought the warband. We're sat around chatting. Classic. Let's try and get back to that warband. Nice, you know where to come then. Absolutely. I mean, to be fair, if it's not me, there'll be a lot of people streaming with drops. There always is. We always have a bunch of people in the directory streaming with drops. Ryu as well. He'll definitely be streaming for drops. Is that shook it up? No, it's not. Okay. Oh, we're stuck on a tree. Stuck on a rock. That's an interesting push on their side, because they're all going to die. Is that guy seeing me? No. We should be fine to get back to the warband now, unless there's a witch hunter here. And if there is, there is. Oh, we've got some dudes coming in. Well, that was a witch hunter then, but it's a witch elf. Stuck on a rock. Gotta be really careful about terrain in this game if you're trying to run away from people. Getting stuck in floors and stuff is kind of bizarre. Have they left? Oh no, they've left. So we wait for this warband to push forwards. Wasn't sure if he saw me then. Is there more? Oh, more strays are coming. We're stuck in a rock. I'll read a chat in just a second. Oh, hello. Oh, this guy's coming for my ass. Get out of here, dog. Get out of here. Yeah, they announced which streamer has drops on forum pages, like 30 streamers, so you have people to watch. Terrain is the third faction of RvR. Oh, Terrain is the third faction. Yeah, man, it's... I mean, I wouldn't mind it if it didn't like lock you in position until the server realizes that you're in a piece of the terrain and then kicks you out of it. It's a weird gameplay loop. Like this, for example, we're stuck in it, so we have to stand still and let the mount get kicked out of it. We're still stuck in it. What is this? It's as if you've moved like I don't know, like an inch too far, and the server doesn't realise you've moved an inch too far. We've just got wiped here, haven't we? I feel like the client already needs a reboot. This is insane. Oh, we're stuck in the floor again. There we go. We're out of it. I mean, we'll keep this dude up. Oh, here we go. We haven't even done a keep, we haven't done a 4, and yet we've got FPS as if we've done both of these things. The memory leak in this game is terrible. Can we get this guy rezzed? Oh, alright, knock me back across the water. He got stuck in the terrain as well then, unfortunately for him. We just wanted to find that dude, but he's already up. We're trying just to get back to the warband, although they've all just died, so we're... we're once again following the wrong warband now. Brilliant. And yeah, they have announced which streamers. I think there's a post on the main post, or sorry, there's a link on the main post so that you can see which streamers are going to be having Twitch drops. But as I say, I'm guessing like every single person in the directory tomorrow will have Twitch drops on. It'll be weird if people are streaming this without Twitch drops, because I don't think there's real criteria in order to enable the Twitch drops. You just have to like make a quick note on the forum, or not the forum, sorry. You have to go into like your, I don't know what you'd even call it. Yeah, the word escapes me, but you basically just have to go on their like message board, not forums, but like on a separate thing within the forums, and then just send them a quick message like privately, saying, "Hey, I stream. This is my Twitch name," and then they go, "Cool, you're enabled for drops." There's no criteria at all, I don't think. So unless people are just unaware that there's Twitch drops, which if they've played today, it's in the launcher, so you should be aware of it. I would imagine if people are unaware and they realise that there's Twitch drops on the Friday, sending the guys a message on the Friday would enable you to have Twitch drops for the weekend, which I guess is the most important part of it. Best in slot names, stuck on a pike, yeah. Yeah, the green skin area, when you do get stuck on a pike, normally we have to do stuck /stuck to respawn us, or use the war report, or use the book of binding. Yeah, the pikes in this game are crazy strong. Endgame boss, man. Oh, the spikes have a purpose. They do, man. I mean, technically, they're working as intended, right? You know, if you if you run into a pike, you kind of should be stuck, right? Just yeah, the terrain in this game. I don't know who coded it, and do you know what I mean? Back in the day, and thought, well, this is a really good idea. This is a really good feature. When you get stuck on things, the server has to like take a few seconds to kind of realize where you should be, and then it kind of lags you into the correct position, and then you can move again. Banging functionality. Let's release. We're good. Gold disc. Let's go. Insane to me. Can we get stuck on these trees? No, okay. I don't know why you just can't like pave over it all. Some of the stuff you can, it just sort of paves you over it. Then other stuff, yeah, the server has to like, I don't know, ping you. You ping the server pings you back. No, you're not where you should be. Very strange. And nothing's going on here. Why are we not sieging, man? I mean, I know why. We've just gone over the reason why not. We're just farming kills. Farming them precious kills. What's up on? 23 minutes, okay. I'll say with TM. Good map with not much things to get stuck on. TM? Thunder Mountain, right? That's, I want to say green skin? Yeah. Oh, yeah, this isn't a too bad map. Yeah, we quite like that as well, to be honest. I quite like the fact that there's loads of bridges as well on the left-hand side of that. Let's just set ourselves to follow this dude. Green skin. TM, this one. I like this area loads because you can do so many sneaky plays and bypass where people think you're coming from. I think that's quite a nice setup with all the bridges. Does this mean we're going to be sieging now? They're pushing their keep. Please somebody buy a siege. We just want this map over with. We just want Calador to end. I don't think anything else has been sieged right now. That guy's not being buffed. I just clocked that. Oh, we've never gone here before. God, this guy's taking us sightseeing today. Getting all kinds of unlocks getting done. I mean, I get why we've just done that. So it's the whole, oh, they've left, now we can go in and get kills, but good lord, can we just siege this already? Good kills, we got none. I'll just have some coffee real quick. So, we talked about this yesterday. If you get caught off guard in this game and you're in a warband, nobody cares. It's just the whole, oh, sorry, you're out of position, you're just dead. So, deal with it. We could have also knocked them away there, but that's fine. And again, the only reason why we're out of position there is because we got dismounted by one of them dotting us. We should have mounted straight back up. And now they're going to run back. Like, what's the point? We could have just stayed here, right? And actually, like, not had us die. That would have made more sense, would it not? But no, it's the whole bait and switch play. Let them come up to us, we run away, and then we push back to try and get some kill. Why are we not sieging, dog? This game, man. Tried to pass the info. What do you mean, Ryan? Me spam warband chat, you reckon? Let's siege, let's siege, let's siege. That should have 40% AoE before siege. I mean, do you reckon that's what we're waiting for? To try and get... I mean, at the moment, they've got the 20% fear attacks. Oh man, this dude should know. This dude should see that we're getting smashed. Again, I expect everyone to kind of play the way I'm playing, where, you know what I mean, you're constantly spinning around, you're constantly aware of your surroundings. I mean, I'm not, obviously, and half the time you see me run into packs of dudes and die because I'm too busy chatting away. I guess I expect like, here, for example, he must know that some of these guys are really far back and probably going to get caught off. I mean, I understand, like, why it happens and the reasons and stuff. I get it, it's just... Sometimes, I don't know, scratch my head. George will find kill before they log on siege. Yeah, it looks this way, absolutely. It definitely looks like that we're not siege. I mean, we've had a 2-star keep for ages now. And also here, for example, it would make sense that we siege because they've got a 1-star keep going on to 2-star. So, and I'm pretty sure, certain, when it becomes 2-star, it's harder to siege, right? It gets more health. I guess, again, as everyone mentions, you know what I mean, it's just people want to farm kills. They don't really care about, you know what I mean, the objective in a scenario. They don't really care about pushing keeps. And the reason why, and I get it, is because this dude's probably max renown. Well, not max renown, because I appreciate it goes up to like 200 and something. And I think the highest renown dude's like 123 or something right now, right? But I guess, yeah, if people are renown rank 78, 80, whatever, they don't really care about gaining more renown, do they? Because they've maxed everything. So all they care about is getting more war crests to buy things, I guess. If you want to pass message faster, you could install the add-on War Helper, or WB Helper, sorry. Say enemy behind, etc. Even if you're not leading, it can be helpful. Yeah, hit 50 and start on the tune. Oh wow, yeah, I've seen this by a lot of people as well, yeah. As soon as they hit 80 on a character, it's just, oh, I've done it, completed it. New tune. Which again makes sense, it's, do you know what I mean? You clearly enjoy the game enough to make new tunes. And yeah, as I say, with mentioning and stuff and telling people what's going on, I'm kind of happy to just do as we do and then complain. Not so much complain, obviously, but I mean, again, it's my positioning that's the fault, that's the issue. But even here, I would expect this dude to be turning around and making sure, looking at the warband frames, making sure. Not even there, it doesn't look like he saw this guy jump across. Because he looks like he's tunnel visioning in. Tunnel vision! He's seen his target, he wants that target. But if anything, this should be helping me learn my positioning better. To make sure I'm not caught off guard at the back. But generally speaking, it's always the healers that are at the back. Because we're obviously... I mean, the big thing that we see from most warband leaders is we'll all stand still in a pile, The warband leader will then spam, as they all do, check buffs, repot, etc. I've just heard that lag as well, man. That's annoying. I will fix the alert sound at some point. I thought I had fixed it, but it's lagging today. I don't know why. But yeah, they'll stand still. We'll all stand in a bunch. They'll then say, you know, rebuff, make sure your pots are on, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as I go to rebuff the first person, the dude just runs away. And then everyone runs away and follows him. So generally speaking, I can buff most of the band. But then the last 1 or 2 people, I can't buff because they've run away. And then I die because I'm caught off guard, because I'm really far at the back, buffing people because I've just been told to buff people. So if anything, the warband leaders, in my opinion, they don't play healers ever. Or a class that needs to buff other classes. Because they say, do you know what I mean? Make sure you pot rebuff. Well, let's rebuff people. Everyone's run off. Witch Hunter's caught me off guard. Out of position, I'm dead. Brilliant. Okay. And that happens quite often in most of the warbands we join. We'll just set ourselves to follow this guy real quick. Zorbax has his own plan that only he knows. Not all warband leaders are good ones for sure. How's it going, Rice? Sometimes he'll run past the warband and I'm here, come back Zord, attacks. Yeah, I mean, again, there must be a lot going on. I mean, I'm not the warband leader at this point, but even me doing stuff, because obviously I'm streaming, because I'm trying to read chat, because I'm also trying to, I don't ever read the in-game chat. I try to, but it's like the last thing I pay attention to, really. Because I'm paying attention to warband frames, my health, my action bar, as I'm sure, you know what I mean, the warband leader's doing all this. He's probably doing something in Discord. He's probably making sure on the map. He's probably communicating, whispering people in other warbands. There's always a lot going on for people, and sometimes people do miss things. So it's not a case of, oh my god, this guy's crap. Why is he so bad at doing this? Because I get there's a lot going on in there. A lot going on for everyone. Why have we still not sieged? At this point, if I were Order, I'd be pinging to high pass and sieging this immediately. Because they've got a 2-star, we've got a 0-star. That'll fall quicker than their 1-star in Kalador. They probably know Kalador's not going to get pushed. If I were Order here, I would pull everyone out of Kalador and push high pass and siege. It's a shame I don't own everyone on the server. It's a shame I can't tell them what to do. But again, it's the whole, yeah, farming kills. Farming them kills. What's that chap doing? Getting killed, I guess? Oh, 25. That's not great. He's dead. We haven't lost anyone, right? But even here, like, you can see, generally speaking, the healers are the last people at the back. Because we're healing people, we're buffing people. So, generally speaking, the healers are going to be the dudes right at the back, on their own, away from the warband. Again, badly positioned more than anything else, just because we've had to buff people. We're running while everyone else is remounting and rushing across. Warband leaders should definitely understand that. That the healers, generally speaking, are going to be at the back. They're going to be the people who are getting picked off. And if you've got no healers, I mean, Christ, you get pushed, you're dead, right? Fake ram there, but they don't concert well and forget to pop initial ram. You're saying there's a ram there at the moment in the high pass. For Order, it's always SWs. SWs, Shadow Warriors, right? Oh, the dudes with the bows? Mate, we got hit by a Shadow Warrior yesterday. What was he called? I'm going to butcher his name, apologies to him. But it was called something like Nutcracker. Or something like that. Anyway, yeah, he crit us for almost 3k, I think. Which is the most damage I've seen in this game. I'm pretty sure it was 2.8k. It may have been 1.8k? But I kind of feel like it was 2.8k. I've never seen damage like that before in this game. I thought that was absolutely absurd. We'll let them know there's people behind. Everyone's a bit too stuck in. We haven't got morale 2 yet, but no. Shame we can't see where this guy is. He's up here, we'll try and get him res. He's probably behind the thingamajig. Oh, he's inside. I've died in there as well before. I'll hide in here, this will be perfect. Oh no, we're dead. Too far away. We're not seeing him. I don't understand this either. Why does my res highlight in white, meaning I can see the target and I can res him, and then it says you can't res your target because you can't see him? It's very annoying. Why can't we see that guy? He stood there. What? What? Is that because he was in the mountain? In the cliffside? Here, we can see this target. Oh, we can res him, that's fine. We should have waited on that because we just saw the this dude die. He's not accepted the res, which means we've wasted a few seconds waiting for him to stand up so we can heal him immediately. It's always annoying when that happens. He's already been res, that's fine. What's our cooldown? Can't see, I hope that's off cooldown. It is off cooldown, we can pump out an AoE real fast. Just because some of these guys are through a doorway that we can't see. We'll have a quick read of chat in a second. Oh, that means Puck Absent, lol. This is such a weird place to fight. Oh, we've got a few people coming this time. And we are basically just spamming AoE heals at this point. Well, when we're not disabled. Can't heal from horseback, that's a very good point, Rice. He should be married too, by the way. Yeah, but if we're healing people, well, no, it's always the whole... We're always caught at the back. Which, I understand it, it makes sense, you know what I mean? Try to position yourself far away from other warband healer. That way you can't get caught together, but also try staying in your tank. Yeah, I mean, in theory, that's what we need to be doing. We need to be, like, mainly staying around the warband leader, so if we do get dismounted, at least we're at the front of the warband. And also around the tanks. It's the whole thing, to be honest, is just a positioning game, which would make us play a lot better, and it would make us not die as much. The warband's now split up a little bit. We're going to follow this guy. Is that one of us? No, white line. We're not going to flank. I'm with you if you want to flank. Need to get better at mounting up a lot quicker as well. To be fair. I mean, it's such just, I don't get why we're even doing this. Still no siege. Festering Arrow. Festering Arrow is going to like the fun ability even with 2 SW. What does Festering Arrow do? Because I'm pretty sure that was the ability. We saw him, like, he was up here on his own, for example, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll dot him up. We switched to, obviously, the action bar we use for DPS. We threw a dot on him, and I was in the healing spec. I couldn't have done any damage to him, but I just thought, I'll dot on him, yeah. And then we died in, like, 2 hits. I was very humbled. The res has been buggy since the last patch. You've noticed that a lot. Yeah, I mean we've definitely noticed the res high. Like obviously the number is red because we can't res, we can't see the dude or whatever. We've definitely seen that go white when we can see the person and just not be able to res him because he's not in target or whatever. You can't see your target. Well, I mean, why is it highlighted white to say I can see the target then? Very bizarre. These are none of us, right? No. I mean, here getting caught off guard, if we were to get caught off guard here, it's because I'm too busy chatting away as I do. Again, a lot of the things I probably complain about, well, not complain, but a lot of the things I, you know what I mean, oh, this should be better, it's probably because I'm not playing very good. I'm too busy chatting away, getting lost in thought process. Let's follow him real fast. Stops if a target is not in line of sight. Orders him to not want us to kill. No, want to kill us at all. You can keep resin to get more kills. Yeah, I mean, if I keep resin as well, it gives me more contribution for the bag roll on the keep, doesn't it not? Or is that only in fortresses? I'm sure a few people have mentioned that if we want high contribution for like the fortress bag roll and stuff, maybe it is actually just fortress bag roll. You just res loads of people and it gives you an insane amount of contribution. Obviously we're not in a fort fight right now, so none of this actually matters. That little fight on that doorway though, I don't know why we didn't try and flank him. Or at least do something. Healers need to have attacks that lets them mount faster. Mate, healers need attacks that allows them to heal on a mount. That's what we need. We have experienced that once actually, where we were still mounted and we could heal people. We immediately dismounted because I feel like that was an exploit at that point. Like the game didn't recognise us being mounted when we were mounted, so we could still do all the skills and spells and stuff, even though we were moving at this pace. Which, yeah, I immediately dismounted because I feel like that's a bannable offence if you're exploiting that. Or at least it should be. Yeah. And we are just farming kills. Okay, that's all we're doing by the looks of things here. We maybe... No, there's nobody online. Okay, I was about to say, can we maybe see if we can get a dungeon run going soon? But no, that's not gonna happen. And I guess here, because we've been running around Calador for ages, and there's a bunch of different warbands knocking around, I guess that's why we're starting to get some lag in the FPS. I mean, it's the equivalent of us doing like a couple of keeps at this point, where the client needs a reboot, I guess. Dragon Lord? I thought I was a player for a second there. Nothing's being sieged. Nothing's going on. We're running around farming kills. Let's hope this is us going to grab some siege. It's not going to be, is it? Let's be honest. It's absolutely not going to be. I mean, at this point, yeah, I don't know. Can we not jump on that bone? Oh, the tree's in the way, okay. Drawbacks don't siege, we just saw the Order Warband near or even inside their keep. I don't think he wants to farm kills that much. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, again, if they've got people inside their keep, it's going to make us sieging a lot difficult, isn't it? Or a lot more harder. But even then, I mean, if we were to grab a ram and it get destroyed, is there a cooldown on us grabbing another ram? Or as long as it's a 2-star keep, we can just grab ram, attempt siege, grab ram, attempt siege. The only downfall of that is we lose 5 gold per siege we buy, right? And I guess we also give them kills or give them some sort of contribution because we've lost that siege or something, I guess. No one's really taking much damage here. Clearing them up. Oh, this is where it gets interesting because, yeah, the player's been killed recently and is worth less renown and experience. I wonder if that also means he has less chance to give us a war crest. I wonder. Like a 10-minute cooldown. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. And obviously, yeah, if we don't siege after, what is it, 20 minutes? If we take the keep down to 50% or something and we don't siege for 20 minutes, I think it is, it replenishes or some stuff, right? You can take boxes back and it replenishes. Something like that, right? Okay. Good old attack in my direction. Good old kill farming. Wrong bit of the cliff, I guess. Happy days. Here, we will just quickly grab a coffee. You could siege, ram get destroyed. Well, as long as you keep control of the BO, enemy can't do a repaired door. Well, that's very true, yeah, because I have to bring a box back, don't they? So you pop another ram and finish the door. That also makes a lot of sense. Yeah, sound. Here, as I say, we'll just quickly go and grab a quick break, grab a quick coffee, and then we'll come back, and hopefully at that point, we'll have a ram. Cheers, everyone. And we back. Let's hope we've got a siege up. We don't have a siege up. Brilliant. Okay. Is that removed? That's not removed. There we go. Now it's removed. It's cool. Where are we? Down there. Okay. Do some weird play. We might have to wait for these guys. We lost both our buffs. Looks like we have. We hear a dwarf mount? Maybe not. Put one on. One on. Oh yeah, it's actually a potion icon for that. Is that not mounted me? I thought it mounted me. What do we miss? Gumbad is... Badlands for Gumbad, someone in guild was asking. Let me know you can also buy a Gunbad scroll. Now our guild is high enough level. What are we, 32? 32. I think it's 30 for that scroll. That's too far away. Which direction he's died? He's died over there. Again, clearly caught off guard because there's 2 Zealing people at the back probably. That may not have healed him. No, that healed me. guy's also died up here somewhere. Yes, he has. He's already up. Happy days. That mount is absurd. This guy's mount, what is it? Wortham. Or Wortham. Oh, he's up again. Almost a 3-star keep. I guess that's good. Especially when it won't despawn or degrade once it's a 3-star. But I wonder if we're going to stay here, 3-star this keep, and then move to maybe High Pass and Siege. Now this is a 2-star. Well, probably not. When it looks like everyone in this zone, High Pass, has gone to Calador. We need to rebuff people. Can't see him. We'll give those two strength. Sorry, int or strength, whatever you want to say. And there's another warband in HP, High Pass. Then we take the initiative to Siege. Unless Zolak's convinced us otherwise. Yeah, I mean, how many warbands we got kicking around now? We've got ours. We've got Opka's. I don't know Opka. He must be on a alt account. And then we've got another one in High Pass. Oh, this guy's also in Calador. I don't think we've done a keep since we hit Renown 60, maybe? And won a gold bag. We've done keeps since we hit 60, but we haven't won a gold bag, I don't think. Oh no, we've done one actually, and we got more of the Vanquisher? Yeah, we got more of the Vanquisher gear, but we'd already bought it all at that point. So I don't know if we're now going to see the next tier of gear dropping gold bags. Oh yeah, we're heading to High Pass. Hells yeah. Let's hope we don't crash on the loading screen. So at this point, we do really want to be doing keeps to get gold bags to see what gear is going to drop. I don't know if that's going to start giving us the next tier of gear when we hit 65, or if it's going to continue just giving us Vanquisher. I don't know how the gear stuff works in this for gold bags and keeps. Next tier is Invader. Ooh, I don't even know if we've seen Invader. It is the bottom one here, right? Oh, let's hope we don't crash. We need gold bag from Fort to get them. Oh, so we're only going to see in keeps Vanquisher stuff, I guess? And we've never got a gold bag from a fortress. We've never got a purple bag from a fortress either. There's a laggy loading screen. Yeah, the client needs a reboot, man. Crazy. He's asked us to stay in the war camp, which makes sense. We're gonna hide, I guess. Yeah, to not show our numbers. Oh, because if you're sat in the war camp, does it not update here? Maybe it doesn't. It's not easy to get one. Yeah, I mean, even as a heat, I think this is why when we do fortresses and... No, it is just fortresses. We try and res as much as possible because I was under the impression, as I say, that you get loads of contribution for resing people. But as a healer, I don't feel like we get much contribution in fortresses. When we've done fortress defense and won, I think the highest we've come is like 13, but because we're defending, we don't get gold bags, I don't think. I think that's correct. I can't remember. I think on defense, the max is probably a green bag, blue bag into a green bag, maybe, and a white bag. We've got high on the defence side, but we've never won a decent bag. The other way to unlock the last ward is Bastion Stair Dungeon. Yeah, we do want to be doing that, because eventually we want to be rolling a bit of a DPS Zealot. Or I say a bit of a DPS Zealot. No, we want to go full DPS and just stop doing warband stuff and just solo roam as DPS. So we do want to do Bastion Stair, or the Bloodlord offhand. And do we, what ward are we on? We just need Invader Ward. We will also be buying the Victorious stuff, I think. Again, to make us a bit more DPS. Or is it Triumphant? I think it's Triumphant set we're actually going to go towards. Can't really remember. Oh, we got a ram. We got a ram. We got a ram. It's not that hard, it's just a bit of a long one, and you'll save a ton of war crests. I mean, that gear as well, to be fair, I don't know why I've pressed Warband option. That Bloodlord gear is DPS as well for Zealot, so, I mean, it's probably DPS for every class. So we could even save war crests, not buy the Invader stuff. Do BS whenever we see it. We haven't seen BS for the last couple of days, because I think with the event going on, everyone's just running HV when they're doing dungeons at the moment. We have been keeping our eyes peeled for it, and we've had a few people saying guild they need to do it. But at the moment, as you can see, we don't really have anyone online. So I feel like I've missed out on people doing them. It's probably later on in the day, whereas I've stopped streaming at that point. You don't want to wear that armour. The Bloodlord stuff is just to unlock the ward. Yeah, okay. Victoria's gear is the DPS gear. Yeah, okay, yeah, I was thinking Victorious then, yeah. Is that right? Victorious, yeah. Because yeah, we had Stinking chat a few days ago, and he plays a DPS Zealot. He's put a new video on the forums as a DPS Zealot video. It's on YouTube as well, obviously on his channel. And he was giving us a lot of pointers in terms of gear. So we do know, or we've got it wrote down somewhere, like what gear we're going to be aiming for. If and when we move over to a bit more of a DPS role, because I wouldn't mind getting together a bit of, do you know what I mean? Not so much a highlight reel, but I wouldn't mind getting a little video made, edited down, and showing off the DPS Zealot. Because healing's kind of, I mean, do you know what I mean? Not very fun to watch a healer, I don't think. Not as like a highlight video. Like watch a 6v6 sort of fight and watch my healer point of view. Let me show you that I've kept some people up. It's not as interesting, I don't think, or entertaining as being a DPS class and doing like a PvP video and stuff. Bloodlord is only for ward, DPS for weapon. Yeah, the weapons we absolutely want. The gear as well, I was just sort of thinking off the top of my head, because at the moment, obviously, we're using the Vanquisher stuff as a healing set of gear, because we're healing, makes sense, doing warband stuff. But eventually, we don't want to be doing this warband stuff at some point. Because this only goes so far, I feel like. And I think, again, it'd be more entertaining for me to play, more entertaining for people watching, as me solo roaming and smashing people. Oh, it's an Iron Breaker. For some reason I thought it was a Rune Priest. I was expecting him to knock me back. Maybe he tried to. I've got that buff, haven't I? Not be knocked back, yeah. DK if you take it solo though, the tough and wounds debuff. Interesting. Oh, DV. I don't know what else to call you. I'll call you DV. Haven't played in a year or so. What's the massive ability system rework about? Ooh, that must be the healer patch that went live a couple of weeks ago. We've not been playing for very long. We started the start of this year, maybe the end of January, I think we started. So any changes up to then, I couldn't tell you, don't know. But the healer patch went live a couple of weeks ago. That basically changed the way a doc plays. It massively overhauled the AM and Shaman, and Doc, and War Priest, basically. Rune Priest and Zealots, we've not really had a massive change, because we were going to have rituals go from a 30-second cooldown that lasts 30 seconds and pulse every 3 seconds, to this ritual being a 30-second cooldown that lasts for 10 seconds and pulses every 5 seconds. But the Zealot stuff hasn't actually come into play yet, neither is the Rune Priest stuff, because there was a massive backlash on the forums about, you're going to break the class, blah 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 blah. The only change that we have got is the change to willpower. So I think, for example, again, using rough numbers here, let's say our Flash of Chaos heals for 1,000, and then it adds on 0.5 times willpower. That changed to 800 as a base heal, but now it does 1.5 times willpower or something like that. So the willpower formula has changed. So if you have less willpower, all your heals are probably going to be gimped a bit and not heal as much. If you have more willpower, you're going to heal for a fat load more heal. There was a bunch of other changes as well, but to go over them all, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Especially with the other classes, because I've not played them, so I don't really understand a lot of their changes. I have heard that the shield dock is kind of garbage now. Could be wrong, don't play one. And I've also heard that warrior priests are kind of OP now. Again, I don't know, I've not played one. The other things have changed for Zealot is Storm of Ravens. That used to be in the middle tree as a 13-point talent, I think. That's now moved to the first tree as a 9-point talent. This boon is now a core ability. It used to be a 9-point talent. And then the 13-point talent in the middle tree is now a brand new ability that puts a hex on somebody, does nothing for 5 seconds, and then hits them for a chunk of damage, and deals more damage if they've got Warp Reality on them, the D dot. But a bunch of changes have happened, basically. You'd have to, as I say, to get the... Because you played a year ago, you probably have a lot more experience and understanding than I do of the game, even though you've not played in a year. So you'll be able to probably read through those patch notes and go, oh my god, time to play a warrior priest. But yeah, for myself, I don't know. My understanding is as well that a tank patch did something to loads of tanks ages ago, let's just say 6 months ago. The healer patch is now dropped, and I think there's going to be a DPS patch for all the DPS classes, for example, in 6 months, just using that as a rough timeline. I could be wrong with that, but yeah, I feel like there's another patch coming at some point. I don't think there's been anything posted on the forums about it, but it's in regards to the rework of every class, I think. Drummies now have to spec into their puddles. Oh, I'm not really sure what that means. Hopefully you do. Evie, yeah. They also deleted all the L's. I mean, I wish they would. I think the graphics on the elves are terrible in this game. Hope something changed about these insane Rune Priests, Infinite Absorbs. Ooh, yeah, so anything in regards to Rune Priest, they'll be the same as the Zealot. We've not really had too much of a touch-up just yet. So I guess their career tree, or career mastery tree, just talent tree, I'm so used to calling it a talent tree, that would have had some minor tweaks. It's the same as the Zealot. But the core abilities for the Rune Priest, I don't think have had much fiddling around with just yet. There's meant to be a patch, possibly in a week or so maybe, which is then going to hit the Zealot and the Rune Priest, and then that's going to be the healer patch done. So we've still got some changes incoming to those two classes, the Zealot and the Rune Priest. But yeah, because there was so much backlash on the forums, they pushed the Zealot and the Rune Priest part of the healer patch back a bit. Which is going to be interesting, because they're either going to completely brick the class on both sides, or they're going to make us kind of okay. I don't think they're going to make us more OP. If anything, I wouldn't be surprised if the Zealot's DPS gets destroyed in the next patch for the healers, or for our patch. Just seeing some of the DPS that Zealots are putting out now, with that new ability in the 13-point tree, having Storm of Ravens as a 9-point ability, it means that I think DPS Zealots are actually a lot better than what they were before the patch. I've not really played a DPS Zealot. Prior to the patch, we couldn't have DPS, I felt like. We almost did negative DPS where we healed people, it felt like. But yeah, since the patch, I've definitely seen some Zealots putting out some pretty big numbers, which is nice to see. Lord, the whining when they do some DPS changes. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna... Again, I'm pretty certain, again, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think DPS classes have had a change, say, in the last year. I feel like the tanks had a change, which made the tanks classes better. Healer patches just dropped, and then they're going to end with the DPS classes. So that's going to be very interesting to see what they do with the DPS classes. I wonder if at that point in the game, everyone's just going to reroll tank and healer, and there's going to be no DPS. Bear oil. We're going to wait a second for this. Yeah, we should be fine. We've moved groups, let's give some people buffs. Or at least that guy just didn't have a buff, I guess. Oh no, we have moved groups. No one has a buff. Where is this guy? Can't see him. Can't see him. You can have int buff. Target is out of range? I don't think so. Where are all these Warhammer players? Up on this wall, I see. Buffed. Yep, cool. I mean, it doesn't look like we're doing much here. This will probably be a little bit boring of a gameplay bit. Up on the stairs. Probably shouldn't get so close to the oil. If and when it drops. You really think DPS needs a rework? There are a lot of weird things on Chopper and Slayer. Again, as I say, I'm hoping there is a DPS change coming at some point. It's probably months away, if not like 6 months away. But I've not played a DPS class, so as far as I'm concerned, I don't really know what you need to change for DPS classes. They may make it where all the class mechanics are completely different or something. I have no idea, to be fair. And you missed the DPS Rune Priest of live days. Yeah, I mean, I played back in launch as a Zealot, and we went DPS back then. Because again, coming from like vanilla WoW, we're used to like a Shadow Priest kind of thing. And we definitely melted people back in the day. But yeah, a lot's changed, I feel like, in the game. Is this guy? Can't inspect him, brilliant. Love not being able to inspect people in this. Also be more cool, also be cool to have more choice in tactics. A lot of them are useless. Yeah, I feel like some of our tactics with Zealots changed have been kind of useless as well. I mean, Christ, if we look at how many tactics we currently have, we have 3 pages, and generally speaking, there's probably 8, maybe 9 that are worth using. So we've got like a page and a half. Again, I guess 9 that are just crap. Just don't do anything. You don't ever need to use them. I mean, I guess if you had an add-on where you could just on the fly switch all gear, all your tactics, your equipment, everything, just, do you know what I mean? On the fly, click a button. Now I've changed everything. If you know you're about to get into a 1v1 with a specific class, I guess, yeah, you probably want to be putting on maybe your elemental resistance by 252. But then, is that really going to be better than everything else you've got? Probably not. So generally speaking, as a Zealot, at least as a healer, we always run with Blessing of Chaos. Critical heals give them 10... Sorry. Critical heals increase the healing on people by 25%. That makes sense. That's like best in slot, in my opinion. We've got direct heals have a 25% chance to create a shield on people through the talent tree. Again, insanely strong. We're always going to use those 2 abilities. Increase willpower by 160. Technically, we could switch this out when our gear gets better, but because of the willpower changes, and we're only set on 971 willpower, we want to keep that on for now. So that's basically best in slot until you've got insane gear, like Sov gear probably. And then the last one we do switch around. So at the moment we're using the whole, every time we critically heal, we gain 40 AP over 3 seconds. Fantastic. And we often switch that out for... I don't remember what it's called. Is it warding? We switched this out for the morale ability now. This one. Critical heals increase your morale by 75. It can only trigger once every 3 seconds. This, me and Stink talked about this, and Stink reckoned this was very much slept on, and we've been using this quite a lot. We basically switch out the AP gain on a critical heal. Yeah, on a critical heal, and instead we switch out this one for critical heal, because that allows us to grab straight into Morale 2 pretty much like immediately. Within a few heals, we already have Morale 2 ability, and then we can pop that. That obviously reduces our cast time by 50%, can't be set back, and we can't be root, snared, silence, etc. And that, in addition to the 6-piece Vanquisher, 5% chance to reduce build-up times by 25% when we take damage or we heal. That means we can just spam heals. In fact, it makes most of our heals quicker than our global cooldown. So at some point, when we lose the Vanquisher set, that's still kind of okay, but the Morale 2 just basically means we can keep a warband up, or our team up, just indefinitely, for those 10 seconds. So if we do get a heavy spike, we can just sit here and spam AoE heal, and we have so quick a heal that we just keep everyone up. Or if the main target's getting smashed by a bunch of people in the warband, again, we can just basically spam our big heal, which crits for 3k, I think, or just over 3k now. Yeah, 2.9k with an extra 158, yeah, 3.3k heal. And then that basically keeps the tank up against like 10, 15 people. And again, although it's a 2-second cast time, it won't be. Without the Morale 2 at least. Let's just try and proc it real fast. I mean, it's a 5% chance on the Vanquisher gear. It takes a while to proc. I don't think these HOTS proc it either. But anyway, it reduces this to like a 0.5 second heal, which again is quicker than my global cooldown. So it means we can basically keep anybody up as long, even if we're getting focused with Morale 2, because our cast. Oh yeah. So with the Vanquisher, it goes down to a 1.5 second, and then with Morale 2, as I say, it basically drops it to a 0.5 second cast. And it's the same for most classes. You're only using 7 to 9 tactics, the rest are trash. Yeah, I mean, Christ, they really need to just go over every tactic for every class and make it viable. I mean, one big thing that I've discussed a few times now, which I understand why it hasn't happened, the healer patch for the Zealot, what they should have really focused on, I don't know if Rune Priests have something similar, but they should have really focused on the Harbinger and made the Harbinger way better. But then, you know, if they made it really good, everyone would reroll Zealot because it would be OP. But allowing it to basically be, do you know what I mean, like Shadow Form in Vanilla WoW. So we can basically spec as a healer, heal for ages, pop Harbinger, and then suddenly we're now pure DPS. But again, how you'd balance that is beyond me, because you'd just be so OP. And for this bit, we're just going to sit here in DPS, I guess. We'll pop down some heals to get some AP back. How much is this hitting him? It's not bad, I guess. We should have waited on that. Seems to hit him less, even though I've just Morale 1 taloned him. Guessing they didn't switch Shammy's to D-taunt tactics with healer reworks. Oh yeah, I wouldn't know, to be fair. So broken when they have 2 D-taunt abilities as well. makes it insane to catch a shaman. Yeah, from what I've seen, shaman are still pretty up there when it comes to solo roaming. Again, we've unfortunately not played a shaman, so we don't know. Is that going to hit him? Yeah. We could also put ourselves on in buff here, to be fair. We'll do that. Again, because no one takes damage on this boss, for any keep, unless we're getting obviously backdoored by order, we just basically spam these. We'll throw out a couple of heals, just in case. And I guess this hits way harder than damage. 396. Oh, maybe not actually. I think the RvR could use some PvE elements in it too. I mean, one of my favourite things back in the day of Vanilla WoW was AV. If you could turn open world RvR into like AV, I'd be down with it personally. Spawned RvR areas into PvE areas. I mean, I don't understand why the whole game just isn't open world RvR permanently. Everyone's permanently tagged. I guess for low level zones it would be difficult because you don't want noobs, or new players, sorry, not just noobs. You don't want new player experience to be horrendous. Which I still think this game is lacking on, the new player experience. Oh, we're slightly far away for Spittle to hit. I still feel like they could do so much more improvements on the new player experience in this game. AV's a good example. Yeah, I see it, man. The original AV, that stuff was, yeah, that was crazy fun. Before everyone realised you just basically run past each other and get the boss kill and win instantly. Yeah, the original AV where you couldn't sort of run past people. And you had to spawn stuff, hand in tokens, spawn whatever that druid was. Forgot the name of the big ice golem guy now. That was always a hell of fun, that was. Original AV. Enable PvP in the PvE dungeons. I mean, Christ, they shouldn't... I appreciate you need to instance it, it's an old game, but they should just remove instances. Just have the dungeons as part of the open world game when you can get backstabbed doing a dungeon. You know, like EverQuest. You spend all those hours getting to the end boss of a big dragon, of a big raid, and then just before you kill him, a group behind you come along and just destroy you, steal your boss kill. Oh, games aren't as punishing as that anymore, I don't think. But I wouldn't mind them seeing like this get expanded loads. I mean, how many people are actually doing this area and this zone, the top of High Pass? Probably no one, right? It's already locked. Good lord, that was fast. Oh, hello. We're getting killed. Like, nobody's doing any public quests in this area. There's probably nobody in this whole area. Like, why is this not being turned into like a PvP zone? Yeah, we'll take it. Oh, thanks, buddy. I was too busy reading the map. Didn't win any bags in this zone. Amazing. Our pity rolls have gone up though, so that's fine. We can get involved, right? That's a lot of damage. Still haven't really understood the fall damage in this game. Oh, we're going back to Calidor. Oh, is it Christmas already? Oh dear. Back in the day, we were a private server where you were forever locked into AV and arenas. Oh, really? How would that work? I guess in AV you'd have like a little town maybe or something in the starting spawn location where you could like change your gear over or something. Or perhaps vendors where you'd buy new gear. There was only arena gear which you bought with gold. The only way to earn gold is by participating in PvP. Oh, yeah, I mean, I wonder what private server that was. We are so laggy right now. We definitely need a client reboot. We'll go Calidor first, though, in the hopes that, oh, we have a siege. We'll fly. We've got time. What was the bag rolls there? Oh, we're probably gonna get a gold bag next fight and next keep. Our gold bag pity roll has gone up tremendously. We did log in today with a lot of bags, so we won a bunch of bags yesterday at the end of the stream, I guess. Sarnia was a small city. I mean, we played, I say we, because a few people I know and stuff. Played a lot of Phoenix back in the day. Played a lot of Australius, was it? Can't really remember that server name now. Before that got cease and desist and shut down. I feel like in one aspect, the only reason why, like WoW or Blizzard, I guess, made classic WoW is because then they have like the license so people can't do private servers. So I'm sure there's something weird where if you can no longer, if using classic WoW as an example, if that's no longer supported by the official team, then you can kind of stream vanilla like 1.12 servers, because technically you can't do that anymore through the people who have made the game and stuff. I don't know, it's a bit of a weird one. But I feel like in one aspect, to stop people being able to play, stream, make money off private classic servers, they made classic. You started with A2 or A3 set, I believe, and progressed all the way up to AB. Funny part is, like 10 players in total had a 8 on them. We're treated like gods in the server. When you say a number, do you mean like the season of gear? Like a... I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm reading that as like season 1 gear, A1, A2 season 2 gear of the arena. Then arena wasn't released until Burning Crusade, right? I mean, I think even on classic servers, whenever you see somebody in rank 14 gear on like a, let's say, classic stuff, I think they're always a bit like, oh my god, you're rank 14. Arena sets with number representing the season. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I read it correctly. Happy days. I know on when I used to play Phoenix and stuff with some people, they had a normal classic server where, you know, you'd start at level 1, you'd slowly level to 60, you do what you need to do, and they had another instant 60 server where you started with like full blue gear, where nobody raided on and stuff like that. Insta 60, join battlegrounds, make gold through doing battlegrounds, buy gear through the gold you've earned through doing battlegrounds, and we managed to gear up Resto Druid tank in one afternoon on that server, running dungeon after dungeon after dungeon, and getting extremely lucky with drops. We had pre-bis pretty much ready to go, and then we started raiding on that server, and it all took off. It was really good fun, man. AB is the last with the Lich King season. Oh, A8, sorry. I read that as AB for some reason. My eyesight. I think battleground wise, yeah, AB was my, oh, I loved AB. So much fun. So much fun. But as I say, nowadays, because I spent so many years playing, I guess, Vanilla WoW, Burning Crusade, then a portion of Lich King, and then a hell of a lot of private servers for Classic, or Vanilla, whatever you want to say. The actual game of Vanilla now is just a bit boring to me. Nothing new and exciting because you've done it all X amount of times. Know where all the gear drops, etc. Know all pre-besting slot for most classes, yeah. But that's the reason why I'm kind of looking forward to Ashes of Creation. At least phase 3 next month? Wow. May the 1st, I'm pretty sure. So as I've said in a couple of past streams, we'll be dabbling. We'll be checking Ashes out in May, I think, and seeing what we think. Hyper optimization also makes it kind of boring. Yeah, because that's it. Do you know what I mean? I hate to be the whole like back in the day, but 10-15 years ago, as you leveled like an arms warrior to 60, started doing PvP, getting your pre-bis, it wouldn't be the whole like every class is running the same stuff. People still didn't know like best in slot gear, so they'd see stuff drop with say more AP on and think, oh yeah, this is going to be good for my build. I'll grab that. I'll do that. I'll use that. Nice. And then eventually it was just the whole like, no, this is best in slot. You need these pieces of gear. This is what you need to be in. And then obviously then the whole elitism comes into play as well. If you're not in that gear, you're doing it wrong basically. You're not invited to pre-mades, etc. It's yeah. A cancer over the MMO community, in my opinion. But I get why, because again it is. You're optimized, aren't you? You're best in slot, it makes sense, or you pre-bis. Which again, as I say, it's the reason why Ashes I'm really excited for. It's all gonna be, I've not really watched anything about it. I've not really read anything about it. I did a few years ago. I've watched the occasional, 5-minute stream here and there. Just to a quick glance. But with it all being kind of new and exciting, again, I think I said this yesterday, just being a noob in a game is the most fun you can have. Because when a gear set drops or an item drops, like this dagger or this ring, you're excited because you don't know if it's going to be an upgrade. Whereas as soon as you've got the knowledge behind the whole best in slot stuff, you know exactly what you're going for, you know exactly what sets of gear you need. It means everything that drops, I mean Christ, anything that drops in this, unless it's epic quality, we just vendor. We don't even care. Because everything you can just buy on an RvR vendor. So even this game, I mean Christ, we've only been playing this for like 2 months now, what's this character, how old is this character now? 10 days? 9 days, 19 hours? And already we're in this sort of mindset of we don't really get excited for anything that drops. Because we know exactly what gear we're aiming for. We've got it all wrote down somewhere. We do get a bit excited when we see other zealots and we can inspect them. Because now it's like, oh, what's this guy using? We'll just stand here and AoE heal, I guess. And then we can do the whole like, oh, why is he using a Sentinel Barrel? And then I try and piece together why he's using X gear. I mean, he's basically the exact same gear as me. Oh, he's gone with Sentinel. He's gone with Sentinel for the 2% crit chance in his helmet, I'm guessing. Wait, how has he still got 6-piece Vanquisher? Oh, is that not what I've got? He's only got 3-piece Vanquisher, right? Yeah, it's showing you my gear. Or it's showing you my set items, isn't it? Who's shooting us? Some dude up there. I mean, this dude is basically running the exact same gear as me. Except I've got more Vank pieces than he has. He's using 3-piece, 4-piece Sentinel? 4-piece Sentinel. Interesting. 3-piece Vanquisher. So I mean the 4-piece on Vanquisher, we're using Vanquisher, right? Yeah, the 4-piece on Vanquisher I think is ginormous. Because it does kind of mean we don't need this on. We're just being lazy today and not changing it. But yeah, for example, we still, as a new player, we still do enjoy looking at what other level 40 zealots have, because it gives us an idea of what gear we should be aiming for and all this sort of stuff. So it's still exciting, which again has that sort of new player feeling to it. Crazy thing is that optimization for everything comes from us getting old. 10 years of in an office job. You want to organise all your WoW builds in a tidy Excel sheet. I think if anything, excuse the cough there. I think if anything, it's because as we've got older, because I'm under the impression that, you know what I mean, I'm going to say like 95%, oh you legend, 95% of people who are playing MMOs are probably in their 30s. I'm certain there's a smaller number of people who are young, experiencing MMOs for the first time. That's brilliant. But generally speaking, I think a lot of us have come from, do you know what I mean? Like EverQuest, Dark Age of Camelot. You know what I mean? All these really old, Ultima Online, Jesus Christ. All these real old games. And we're obviously all, you know what I mean, chasing that dragon. And I think as we've got older, you know, more responsibilities have come into play. Less free time. So now it is kind of, I'm going to use the word better, but I don't mean better at all. It's convenient. It's more convenient to look up a guide and know exactly what to do than spend 30, 40, 50 hours of your free time learning things. And I think, unfortunately, that is the mentality as everyone's got older playing MMOs. And as I say, the most fun I've ever had in MMO is as a complete new player getting a green dagger drop at a low level and being like, oh my god, it's got +1 strength on it, and being like insanely happy about it, do you know what I mean? They're all, kids are all stuck in Fortnite League. I mean, Christ, I would have thought as well. Maybe League made it a bit more, gave it a bigger reach. But I still remember the days of Dota. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was 3.12 version. Or 3.2 maybe? Back on Warcraft 3 as a private map. As a custom game that people made. I still remember Dota before it was Dota, do you know what I mean? And then when I see League of Legends nowadays and what they've done to the game and stuff and all the optimizations and everything else, it's crazy to see how far along that's come. But yeah, I still remember that game as a Warcraft 3 custom map, Dota. And then obviously Dota All-Stars. Because the original Dota, I'm pretty sure the original had like 12 classes. And it didn't have any of the jungle ganking. It was very, very linear. You had the middle path, you had the top lane, the bottom lane, you had the water in the middle, which I'm pretty sure had one shortcut that led from mid-river to top lane near the second tower. Same on the left side, same on the bottom, same on the right. And there was a little shop in the middle where the water is. There was no boss in the middle. There was no PvE bosses anywhere, I don't think. And there was obviously the secret shop on the right-hand side of the screen, in the jungle area sort of thing, in the forest. But yeah, I remember that before it was a standalone game on Dota. Again, shows my age. I'm all for it though. I wonder if people still even play that, who have played League and, you know, Dota 2. I wonder if any of those guys have ever gone back to Warcraft 3 and booted the original Dota in its prime. Or the, you know, the prime version of it, so to speak. I'm sure it was like 3.2 or 3.12. Can't really remember now. It's been a while. I wish this would take a lot. Well, I wish this wouldn't take as long as it does to do keep sieges in this game and kill the Lord. I understand why it needs to take a while, because obviously otherwise you wouldn't be able to defend and it would be a very quick turn of events. But I wish this would take a bit, I mean, it would be a bit quicker. Crazy how long it takes to kill this Lord as well. Which again I understand. If they have nobody on defense, there's body blocking going on. Single file, people! Single file! I understand why it'll be this way, you know what I mean? If they've got no defense, then the Lord has way more health or something to allow them to get back and defend. But it's not very often we see defense. I mean, this looks good. I hope they can defend for ages. We love seeing keeps get defended. I don't know where some of these people have died. He's level 21, we'll get him rezzed. Get that bolstering effect. That is really bad, I think, in this game. I don't think it does well at all, the bolstering. We need to get this guy healed, he's already died, that sucks. This is always a pain in the ass as well, when people are on different levels and I can't heal people. It means we end up wasting so much time trying to see who's on the same floor as us. I mean, Christ, we've already lost our morale 2 ability. We got 1 heal off, I think, because we were too busy spam clicking through people. This is probably a bad move. None of them are us, that's fine. I was expecting to get jumped here doing this. And then I guess we go DPS again. If the Lord was in the room, that would help. I guess he's chasing somebody outside. This is a good fight. Oh, he's downstairs, there we go. Now he should be upstairs, perfect. We'll stand over here. We can get scramp on ourselves again, or int, sorry. And after this, I'm assuming, oh, I bet we go Prague. Prague can sometimes be fun, we don't need to silence him. Prague can sometimes be fun, but generally speaking, I think Prague's kind of the same as Calador, where you just run around farming kills for ages. But I'd rather go Mom, which might be what we do. But even then, the last few times we've gone to March of Madness, we haven't done any box running, it's just been farming kills, so we'll just tap them right there. Right, while we DPS this dude down, I'll have some coffee real quick. Noisy, noisy. Oh, 1,181? Good lord. That's gotta be because of the amount of debuffs on him, right? No way can we hit that kind of damage just being in Harbouring of Doom. That makes no sense to me. And unfortunately, with the Keep Lords and the Fortress Lords, or Heroes, whatever you call them, the bosses, I guess, we can't see the debuffs. I don't know why. We can see the debuffs above their head through buff head, the debuffs I've put on them, but the actual unit frames from the get-go have never worked for the lords and heroes and keeps and forts. They work on everything else, just not these two fellas. I mean, I kind of feel like I'm putting out some decent DPS here. Not damn DPS spiked at all. I can only imagine the DPS that actual DPS classes are putting out on this guy. But even here, like, does he need to be this much of a bullet sponge, really? It just seems a bit overkill. Especially when he doesn't seem to kill anyone. He doesn't seem to hurt anyone. They don't ever seem to defend this. And yesterday, when they were killing our lord in a keep, instead of us actually going to defend the lord, a bunch of our raids just sat there. It's just sat there in a corner, not doing anything, waiting for the dude to die, to then run in and gank people as they left the keep. So it doesn't seem that this even, do you know what I mean? It doesn't need to be this much of a bullet sponge, I don't think. If we're in the keep at this point, DPSing it down, generally speaking, it's a population issue, not a well, yeah, I guess that's the thought process done. It's not an issue in terms of they're going to be able to now defend and kill us all. The population imbalance issue, I think. We have more people than they do, therefore we're in their keep killing their lord. We've managed to get in their keep to kill their lord because we have more players than they do. So this dude doesn't need to be this bullet spongy, in my opinion. This has been like a 5-minute fight, where the boss itself has no mechanics, he doesn't hurt anybody, it's just 5 minutes of bullet sponge. It just seems ridiculous. And we just hit renown 63. So we need 2 more renown levels, and then we can start buying the next tiered gear for body block amazing. Which I think is at 65 for boots and gloves, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, we've not looked too much into the next tier of gear. And we have all 3 BOs, so this zone's going to get locked down before we can even get back to the war camp, I'm assuming. Does anybody know why this keep has a white background? It's something that we see every now and I don't know why it has a white background. If anyone knows, that'd be lovely. We've heard a few different things. In terms of, oh, it's because a box has been handed in, or because this has happened, or because that's happened. And then we've done the exact things that people have said the reason for it being highlighted. And it hasn't highlighted a different keep, so I don't know why it does it. We don't need any supplies, the zones are locked already, so you can't even hand in them supplies. What was that, 16k renown? Gold bag, that's what I thought would happen. 16k renown, that's not bad. We're already a bar into this, I guess. And I thought we'd get a gold here because of the pity roll. It was so high on that last keep we did. I'm not sure why they all stayed there. There's nobody in this zone. It was me. Fine. So I guess we either go Dragon Way because it's just unlocked, I think, even though it says it's locked still. it would make sense we push Dragon Wake. That's all locked still, don't know why. Oh, Prague's unlocked. We're Marsh of Madness. Okay. And we don't know where we're going yet. Cool. Merchant around here, yeah.
Carry more wealth. Change your goods for gold. A coin.
We're going to Prague. I think a Dragon Wake would make more sense here. To push into Matane. The client really needs a reboot. Really needs a reboot. Is what it is, that's fine. Right, here, just because we're going to be waiting around for people and getting people back together, we will just take a quick break here and grab a new coffee, because I need to re-up. So we'll be right back. We may reboot the client when we get back. We'll see how bad it is. But yeah, cool. Back in 5. Cheers, everyone. They're only 30-day mounts. Some of the event mounts, sorry, get it right, they last 120 days. But generally speaking, like the mount we've got now, this mount, we've got this for 60 days, which is banging, because we love having a different mount. But again, it's a decaying mount, it's annoying. I don't know why they just don't allow you to spend a ridiculous amount of gold. Like, even if it costs 1,000 gold to buy a different mount, so you could be on a different mount, because imagine if you play a Dark Elf and you're on this stupid thing forever. It's so, just, how are you meant to be sneaky on this thing? Makes no sense. But, as I say, where are we? We're down there. We'll catch up with them in a second. In Inevitable City, you go to just here on the outside of the Apex, and there's 2 vendors stood next to each other. One of them, I believe, I could be wrong, it could actually be in the Breaking Grounds. You might have to go there to trade in an exotic token. I can't actually remember which one it is now. It's either this NPC, or it's an NPC just above the Apex, just outside of the Apex before you enter this big circle area, this big blue area. Because the one outside the Apex might trade in these Warband Leader marks, which I guess you get for being the Warband Leader and locking a zone down or taking a keep and stuff, and you get rewarded with these marks, and you can trade a bunch of these in for different mounts. But with this dude in front of us on a pig, everyone will get this pig mount, I guess, because you can be way more sneaky on a pig mount than you can on this ginormous raptor. But yeah, unfortunately, I think the reason why all the mounts are locked onto decaying ones, except, you know, your race-specific mount, like this thing, is because they've really tried to stay true to the Warhammer IP. So, for example, I mean, you're seeing a dude on a raptor, you know it's a Dark Elf, or you know it's an Elf, or whatever. I don't know what you'd even call them in this game. I think they're Dark Elves. You see a guy on the Dwarven mount, you know it's a Dwarf. Do you know what I mean? They've tried to stay true as best they can to the actual IP of Warhammer Online, or Warhammer IP, sorry. But I don't see a problem with, do you know what I mean? Make it an absurd amount of gold. Make it 500, make it 1,000, make it 10,000 gold. I don't care. Just let me buy a mount that doesn't decay. So the mount token we are going to get, that is going to allow you to pick up any mount, I guess, from those vendors. Again, such as the pig mount, or the sheep mount, or this big bear maybe. Bear? Is that a bear? Yeah, let's call that a bear. You're going to be able to trade that token in to get a random mount for 30 days. Which is going to be nice, because as I say, we don't like having to be on a horse all the time. It's the most boring skin of a mount in the game. And unfortunately, that's the fucking class we played. We're stuck on a horse. Which is why, for the Wild Hunt event, if you are under 16 and you're in tier 1, I think you just have to kill a layer boss and you get a 30-day stag mount. I'm pretty sure the 30-day stag mount is also, as you can see in the green text here, summons a mount that increases your movement speed by 60% with a 60% chance to dismount while taking damage. I'm pretty sure even at 16, because I think you have to be 16 to use that mount. Perhaps? I think? It's still way better than the mount you get up to 38. It's still a faster mount. So if you are on a normal mount, I guess, you want to be doing the Hunt of Ale, or sorry, the Wild Hunt quest chain to pick up the new mount. It's the same with the previous event we had, Night of the Murder, I think it was. God, you're in the wrong bit. The Night of the Murder mount, because we were about 32, I think, when we completed that to get the Pegasus mount. And the mount we were using wasn't a 60% mount, it was a 50-75% mount, I think. So it had a higher chance to be dismounted, and it moves 50% speed, not 60% speed. But the event mount you could use before you could use the correct mount that you would unlock at 38. That gives you the 60% speed, as you can see with this mount, minimum rank 38. So prior to 38, you could use the new mount or the event mount and move as fast as everyone else in the game. So it's kind of OP grabbing the event mounts if you can. But yeah, that mount token, I'm pretty sure if you can use that at like rank 1, for example, I don't know what the rank requirement is to use that to grab a new mount. That would mean that even in tier 1, if you're able to use it at, say, rank 1, you'd move at 60% speed at rank 1, which I'm pretty sure the rank 1 mount, or sorry, the rank 2 mount, maybe that's like a 25% movement speed buff? I can't really remember, to be fair, but it's a very slow mount. Also, the grind to rank 80 is too much, in my opinion. I actually think the grind to 80 renown isn't too much, personally. I feel like the grind to 80 should take forever, and not many people. I mean, fair enough, people have been playing the game since launch, which was like 10 years ago or something ridiculous. So a lot of the people in the game have every single class renown 80 plus. Or the people that, you know, die hard elitists for the game, if you will. Where's this guy? Let's give him a mark so we know where he is. But yeah, someone popped in the channel the other month, or the other week, and said something like, if you played an hour a day, it would basically take you 6 months to go from renown rank 1 to 80. And I don't think that's too much of an ask. I think that's kind of okay. In fact, I think that's too short of a grind. Because again, nowadays, back in my day, as I say, like comparing like classic WoW or vanilla WoW, it would take you months to get to 60. I mean, fair enough, people now have done it in like 3 or 4 days because again, everything's optimized. Everyone knows the routes, the quests, everything to do. There's add-ons that help you do all that kind of thing, and power level, etc. But originally, when it would take you, say, 2 months to go from 1 to 60, and then the end game begins, that to me is like what an MMO should feel like. It shouldn't be a case of, let's just hit max level. I mean, I watched something 2 days ago, I think, where someone had gone from level 1 to level 70 on retail WoW in an hour and a half. I think that's ridiculous. You've just basically, do you know what I mean? The devs have made loads of content, and you're able to just bypass 90% of the content that people have spent their hours of their life creating, because people have the mentality of a new game comes out and it's rush to max level is the first thing you want to be doing. It's crazy to me, man. Gone are the days of people just playing the content, slowly leveling and enjoying the dungeons, enjoying the leveling experience. Just rush to end game. And personally, I mean, I'm not big on making loads of alts. I kind of like having the main character I play, and that is all I play. In a game like this, it makes sense that I have every single class at least to 40, so I can actually understand how every character functions and every class functions, the way that I'm expecting them to use their abilities, the way I'm expecting them to chain abilities together. That's only something I'm really going to learn by playing that class myself. But as I say, I'm more of a player who just wants the one character. I don't care about alts. So for me, if I dinged, say, renown rank 80 in, let's say, a month, I mean, if I'm then technically completed the game, I'd play it for a few more weeks, maybe a few more months of enjoying the PvP content, but if I'm already max renown, I've got nothing to do in the game. So unless I am a player who wants to then create every single class, technically, you've completed it. I'm not going to play the game anymore, am I? I'm going to be bored of it. If I've already hit renown rank 80 immediately, what is there left to do in the game? Whereas an MMO should be a living, breathing world that goes on forever, kind of thing. So it's a bit weird to me. Mugshot, I appreciate the follow, boy. Oh, and Backlash as well. I think I missed that 2 hours ago. Thank you, bud. Dyes and cosmetics. Yeah, again, dyes and cosmetics, I don't really care about. I mean, cosmetics mount-wise, I do care about. If they put in permanent mounts that didn't decay after 60 days at renown rank 100, renown rank 125, 150, that would give me a purpose to grind for. But in a game like this, dyes, I do not care about dyes at all, personally. Some people will, it'll keep them playing, that's brilliant. But for me, dyes I don't care about. Cosmetics, I do, some cosmetics I care about. But for example, the cosmetics we're getting for this event, the Wild Hunt, these cloak skins, I mean, I don't even have my cloak turned on. So, and I've looked on the website at these cloak skins and I think they're hideous. So unfortunately, again, for me, personal preference, some other people would love these cloak skins and be grinding for them cloak skins. But for me, not really bothered. Not really bothered about dyes. Not really bothered about cosmetics that much. If I was playing a Dark Elf, this dude, a Blackguard, and I had cosmetics to change my appearance, oh my god, I'd be smashing it out. Because I think these look ridiculous. How is that a tank? It just, the graphics on elves in this game, I don't like on either of the sides. Again, personal preference. Some people love them, some people hate them. I would really like to play this class, because apparently it plays a lot like the warrior in Vanilla WoW in terms of a rage bar. Right up my street. But this just looks ridiculous. So yeah, if I played this guy, and there were different skins for like the outfit, I guess, your armor skins, yeah, I'd probably be smashing it for a bit longer. But then also, in my opinion, which again is probably a bad take, but it's my opinion, lol. In MMOs, you shouldn't be able to like do any transmog with your armor set. I shouldn't be able to run around in, for example, like best in slot gear and change my armor appearance to make me look like a level 12. That's ridiculous. Again, thinking about, say, vanilla WoW or classic, because I think that's the same mechanic, where you see a dude with Herald shoulder piece, with the one big red armor shoulder piece. You know exactly what gear he's got, you know exactly what the stats are on it, you know what you're expecting to fight against. Whereas in a game like this, if you run against somebody who looks like this guy at level 30, even though he's in the best in slot gear, which probably looks a lot better, even on the Blackguard, it probably doesn't look that much better. You know exactly what gear he's going to have, you know exactly the sort of stats he's going to have, again, as a knowledge thing, you're not as a new player, but eventually you're going to understand that. So transmogs, in terms of armor, weapons, don't think that should be in an MMO at all, I think that's ridiculous. In a game like Diablo, in a game like Path of Exile, go crazy, doesn't matter, it's fine. Single player games, do what you want, it's fine. But like this guy, for example, the Santa hat on, can't inspect him, but you can clearly see he's got a Santa hat on. What headpiece is he using? No idea what his stats are going to be. No idea what his class is going to be able to perform. Don't know what spec he is in terms of, is he a shield doc? Is he, or he's actually a Blackguard. I've got the wrong guy selected maybe. No, I don't. He's a Blackguard. He's a tank. But you don't know, because obviously he's got a Santa hat on. So in my opinion, which again, as I say, is probably a bad take, transmog, where you can change your gear appearance, should not be in an MMO, with PvP at least. If it's a PvE game, who gives a crap, do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter, do what you want. But when there's PvP or arenas involved, yeah, you shouldn't be able to change the gear, because that's a huge knowledge gap in terms of understanding what that class is going to be able to do to you. If, for example, you want to do something like adding in, like for your weapon, adding in different, like, I guess, enchant effects, different glows and stuff like that, unless it's the whole, if I think again back to say Burning Crusade, if people had like the mongoose weapon enchant, you knew exactly what enchant they had on their weapon. You knew they had agility and crit chance because you could see the enchant pulsing, and it gives that sense of you understand what you're about to go up against. But if you're able to even there, if there's no like effect on a weapon in the game, like even here, we don't really have an effect on our weapon. We sometimes do because someone will buff us. We're not in a warband, I've just realised. I guess we got kicked. Too busy chatting away. Yeah, if in the game you have, because one of these guys can put like a spirit buff on our weapons, I think, an elemental buff on our weapons. We'll see if he kicks me again. Again, I'm not really paying attention. We'll see if we get kicked again. If we get kicked, we'll join a different warband. But yeah, if for example in-game stuff buffs my weapon for the effect and it glows a different colour and stuff, again, I don't think you should be able to transmog and use cosmetics to change that appearance, because again, it's altering an appearance of an ability. It's a weird one. I've played games where you could transmog your gear and make yourself look like a complete noob, where your level is not shown. And that, in a game like that, it kind of makes sense, because obviously if we can click on him and see he's level 40, we obviously know he's going to be in level 40 gear. We know he's probably going to be high renown rank, etc. You can kind of have an understanding. But if, for example, it doesn't show you the character level, in that kind of a game, I absolutely think you should be able to transmog your gear, because then you can look like an absolute noob and then one-hit people. But in a game, I don't know, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. The higher the rank, the longer the decay timer. 50 renown rank is 30 days, 80 renown rank is... Oh yeah, no, we've seen this, to be fair. And then obviously, yeah, as you've mentioned, 100 round rank is 120 days for mount timers, but they still decay. And it would be nice if mounts in this game didn't decay. But yeah, it's neither here nor there, to be fair. I'm quite happy there's enough events going on where, as I say, we just lost the Pegasus mount because we only had the 30-day version. If we would have got the 60-day version, we would still be using that Pegasus mount now. And in addition to that, we now have this mount for an extra 60 days. If we were renown rank 80, I think it is, we could have got the next one up. So this would have been a 90-day mount, I think. There's a few roleplay perks to it. Vanity plays immensely into endgame MMO experiences. That as well, yeah. If you had a specific RP server, perhaps, maybe on an RP server. Again, not thinking about private servers, like an actual retail game with a healthy player base and stuff. Maybe on an RP realm you could transmog gear, because, you know, people love their RP, as you say. Let's get one buff real quick. This is going to make us right at the back. Right at the back! We'll mount real fast, and I'll read the rest of that chat. We want to heal these people, but again, we seem to be running off, so I'll just follow the warband. Because otherwise I'll be caught off guard, and I'll die, and blah blah blah. Give the added feature to disable player appearances. Settings, server tab, player appearances, check box. Is that in this game? We have this tipped. What does this mean? Does this mean that we see transmogs, or we don't see transmogs, if it's tipped? I guess that means that we do see transmogs, because we can see that dude's Santa hat. You do see transmogs. Interesting. We still see Santa hat. Does this need a reboot of the client? We'll reload the UI. We'll lag as we do this. There we go. We still see Santa hat. Might require a restart. That's fine. We'll keep it unticked for now, assuming that has saved the untick. It has. I mean, to be fair, in a game this old and stuff on a private server, I mean, as I say, I'm not overly fussed about. No, you know what, I am. Yeah, I am a little bit. Yeah. I don't have the knowledge at this point in time to understand people's gear sets, just because, as I say, I've only played the Zealot. So even like now, the Order characters, other than the Slayer, who has that massive piece on his back, with like the skull heads dangling down, that towers above his head, we understand that's Sov gear, and we understand when we see a Slayer in that kind of a gear setup, or a Dwarf in that kind of a gear setup, we know not to really get involved. But no, I appreciate that. Because, yeah, that'll actually, that should help us understand gear a little bit better. Need to add a boost. Oh, mugshot. Need to add a boost to XPRP for the side that's underpopulated. The game is easily one-sided. Most people are playing Destro right now. More leadership, better looking, and more family classes to play. I mean, the population swings hard. The last 3 days, during the streams that we've been on, Order have absolutely dominated us for the last 3 streams. Today, this morning, I feel like Order were doing a lot more work than we were. It seems to have now, which I'm guessing is because the Asian player base who mainly play Order have all gone to bed. And I think that is why Destruction now have the upper hand. But generally speaking, I don't think it's that one-sided. Sometimes we go on a spree of doing keep after keep after keep, getting a fort done, smashing it pretty well. And other times we have the complete reverse, where Order are absolutely dominating us. I think as we logged in today, for the first maybe hour of the stream, and I don't know how many hours prior to that it was the case, but Order seemed to have a lot more numbers than Destruction. I feel like we were down to 42% of the player base on Destruction side from tier 2 onwards. So it really does swing. It depends on what time of the day you play. Might require a restart. Oh yeah, we've read that bit. It's just for enemy faction though, of course. Oh, that would also explain it. Okay. So maybe that doesn't require a restart. We can see this dude's Santa hat because that's fine. But yeah, a simple box like that, as we've seen now on this server, show enemy appearance. A simple box like that on MMOs that have PvP enabled should be a thing. That way, best of both worlds. You can still transmog. On your client, it looks like you've transmogged, but it just means that the enemies can clearly see. I want to try and find an orc for this. I didn't see what I wanted to see. But it just basically means that when you do see like a black orc with a ginormous shoulder piece, you know exactly what his gear is. Like even the shaman. I'm guessing this guy has got some good gear, because he looks like he's got some good gear. No, it's the same as me, to be fair. It's because of his dyes. Normally when we see somebody who's heavily invested in the dyes, it's normally because they're in max gear. But that's not the case there. You're an old Zealot main, rank 82, fun class. Did you ever play as a DPS Zealot? Sure. Is that something we want to start leaning towards? We're waiting until we're about renown rank 70 to do so. I think that's the plan anyway. We're almost 1-star keep in Prague, which is nice to see. We have an extremely long cast time, that's bad. That's a bit better. We'll go into a morale 2 in a second. This guy res real quick. He's already res, lovely. Yeah, 0.6 or 0.5 seconds and we've popped the morale 2 and the Vanquisher stuff spots, which means we actually, it's overkill, because it means we can't even cast as fast as our global cooldown comes off, which is shocking. much else. Classes won't change. They will only introduce more variety and flavour with the masteries and playstyles currently in place. The free game without any player funding. Using pre-existing assets. That's right, and the only player funding they do receive is just the ads on the webpage, which in this day and age, a lot of people are running ad blocker, aren't they? So they can't be making a lot of money on the ads on the website, I don't think. I hope they do, because, do you know what I mean? As soon as the funding stops, the game starts, basically, because they won't be able to afford the server space. Miracle they haven't got shut down by Games Workshop. I think it is because they can't make money. As long as they don't make any money off it, in terms of donations or cash shop or anything like that, technically, and I could be wrong, I'm not in the legal position, but technically I think because this game is no longer available, it means they can't cease and desist it, as long as they don't make money off the, I guess, the work of Mythic and EA. I'm also under the impression that Mythic are very supportive of this server, whereas EA are not supportive, because again, EA are the big dogs who want the money, do you know what I mean? Which again, as I think, if the game's died and the server's no longer up, and the real servers are down, forever, permanently shut down, there shouldn't be a reason why they can't host this game. At all, in my opinion. It's just the whole, when it comes to making money, that's when the whole legal process kicks in and it all gets a bit cloudy. That's like saying EA shutting down Eden for copying Dark Age of Camelot. Those game companies don't care to do it. I don't know Eden, to be fair. And also, in regards to that, I said this yesterday, I think, on yesterday's stream. If 10 of the same games came out extremely similar to Warhammer Online, that is a good thing for the player base. Because having one Warhammer Online means that these guys can just do whatever they want and you're stuck with bad decisions. Whereas if there are multiple games of the same type of game, I'm not saying like copy-paste or different private servers, I mean similar games. Like look at Dark and Darker. There's now a load of games coming out that are very similar to Dark and Darker. Not similar in terms of first person, you know, rogue, mage, warrior, etc. But games similar to that, it basically just means that the competition's there. So then Dark and Darker, for example, has to do good updates and there has to be a good game and a better game for each update, or the player base will jump to the other game that's similar to Dark and Darker, and then the same thing happens there. More games, or more similar games, are better because it increases the, I guess, competitiveness and results in better games being made, in my opinion. So the whole Eden being shut down because it looks too much like Dark Age of Camelot, as I say, I don't actually know what Eden is. I think that's unfortunate, because if anything, I mean, Christ, trying to play Dark Age of Camelot now is horrendous. That game has not aged very well at all. Some people still love it. I'm pretty certain there's some private server that's popping off at the moment for Dark Age of Camelot. We were looking at getting involved. The game looks terrible. So that's a big no for me, unfortunately. And a game similar to Dark Age of Camelot would be fantastic, because that used to have insanely good PvP. Probably one of the best, for the time at least. We'll set ourselves to follow this guy a sec. Fetch one chat. Games Workshop owns the intellectual property and knows where the servers are hosted. There most definitely the right to crash the servers and cease and desist letters from the attorney. As I say, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know my legal stuff in this, but I'm pretty certain if the game is like over, shut down, no longer supported, I don't know after how many years that becomes basically freeware. And as I say, if it's not become freeware over the course of X amount of years, I guess it depends on how long they've copyrighted the game for. I'm pretty sure they have no legs to stand on to cease and desist this private server unless it makes money. As soon as it makes money, I think then it's like you've stolen our assets, basically. But again, I don't know for certain. I'm pretty certain as well, this is why we used to be able to have a lot more private servers for Vanilla WoW. And then they all became cease and desist. I mean, it took ages to get Australia's cease and desist. But I'm pretty certain that's because they were on the side making money. Now I don't know why their private servers allowed for WoW, like Turtle WoW and stuff. But as soon as they then made Classic themselves, that was when it was a big, well, now we have that IP. It's available for people, therefore private servers cannot exist of that IP because we own it again. And I kind of feel like the only reason why they made the private servers for Classic was because of, sorry, the only reason why they remade Classic and Vanilla WoW and turned it into Classic and everything else that we see today, I'm pretty certain the only reason why they did that is to force shut down all private servers for Classic WoW. I could be wrong, as I say, I'm not a lawyer. But it's definitely something to do with money making and the original IP no longer being, still being available to play. Not dead yet. Yep. We're a bit slow on that. Been playing this game daily for the best part of a month now. Most you've seen is 1,100 players on the server. That's about right, yeah. We don't see it go above 1.2k, to be fair. We'll give this a second, but I think we're all going to release. Yeah, I'm going to release there. It would be nice for a game like this to receive some sort of funding or a big time streamer playing it to bring some more players into the player base. Why don't that happening? My understanding is whenever they do a big event and a big push on Twitch drops, like they're doing this weekend tomorrow, or starting tomorrow because it starts on Friday into the weekend, that normally draws a big crowd back into the game. So every, say, I don't know, let's say for example every 4 months, they'll put out a big update, loads of people will come back in, and we'll probably see the peak of players be about 1.5k, and then it will slowly die down until, do you know what I mean, it starts to peak at like 1,000 players. At that point they'll have a new update to put out, rinse and repeat basically. Excuse me. There's a good back and forth from the RvR Lakes during Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You just need to find your crowd. World of Warcraft needs to die to get games like this going again. I mean, I don't think WoW will ever die, because they just made, or Blizzard made, like the most polished version of an MMO. And unfortunately, games, you know what I mean, like Rift, Terra, Wildstar, they've all basically tried to copy paste the formula and not added anything new, and they've all died, because at the end of the day, they're all not as smooth as WoW. I mean, Christ, being stuck on terrain in this game is horrendous. It's almost off-putting when you're getting, I mean, I'm trying to get stuck and it's not letting me now, but when you get stuck on a rock and you have to wait for the server to spit you back out into where the server thinks you were meant to have landed. Terrible paving in this game. Whereas again, wow, it's just smooth, man. Everything's just so good about it. Again, I'm talking about vanilla WoW. None of this retail stuff. None of this classic remake stuff. Yeah. DPS Zealot are fun, need to be worked within a Warband guild, willing to help you go full AoE. Heal debuff Zealot, Winds of Insanity. This is where being social and experience plays dividends. Find friends and work out tactics. Oh no, yeah, when it comes down to like the actual, I mean, what we really want to do as a DPS Zealot is solo roam. I think we have enough understanding of the game at this point. Again, my character is what? 9 days, 20 hours old. We started playing a couple of months ago. So we're pretty new to the game, as I say. A lot of the order characters, we're a bit unsure about what they even do, to be fair, still. But no, when we move over to DPS Zealot, with the recent healer PTI changes that are now live, I guess, we've got the build ready. We've got everything that we know we need ready. It's just getting the war crests, the renown, and hitting those points to then switch over to a bit more DPS gear, and then we'll solo roam. We'll stop doing warband stuff altogether. That's the plan anyway. And yeah, I do agree with you both in terms of WoW is old news. As I say earlier, like, I guess my personal favourite MMO would be Vanilla WoW, and the reason why I'm not playing it is because nothing's new in it. Like, I went back and played Season of Discovery, which I was expecting it to be crazy fun. We're going to get flanked here and I'll die. We can see them flanking from 2 different angles. I can't move, the body blocks. Spam some heals and hope for the best. But yeah, the reason why I don't play that game is because nothing's new on it, so it's kind of boring. And as I say, the best part of playing an MMO is being a complete noob and not knowing anything. That was a risky area here, we shouldn't have done that. We'll respawn here as well. You don't understand how WoW can still have over 1 million players, and it's boring as it is. The fact that retail WoW is garbage WoW, Classic is the only thing that's fun to play. And then you mentioned, oh, Eden, I have seen this. This is the private Dark Age of Camelot server, isn't it? Yes. That is when I mentioned earlier about, I'm sure Dark Age of Camelot's popping off at the moment. That's the server I've mentioned. Yeah, well, that's the server I've seen, sorry. Yeah, the Eden server. And Season 3 starts this same weekend. Sadly, Warhammer will be losing those players for a little bit. I'm starting to get back into war, so hoping Eden kind of crashes. I mean, I'm hoping that it really takes off. It's just, I think as a person who's played a bunch of MMOs now, there's certain criteria I really need in a game. Like, I don't care about graphics. I'll be quite happy to play like the original, like RuneScape, where you couldn't spin the camera view around. It had 4 camera points. That it was 2D and like paper mesh animation. Because graphics I do not care about. But there's certain things in a game that it just requires. And for example, ice skating around the floor when you're attacking people, and just the movement animations, the unsmoothness of DOAC, or DAOC, sorry. I just can't get back into it. I can't play it. It's such a turn off for me. So I hope that the server itself does well, because again, more MMOs on the market is a better thing than games crashing and MMOs not succeeding. But yeah, unfortunately for myself, yeah, that's been done and gone now. It can't live up to it. It's the same as nowadays. If I went back to play EverQuest 1, the game looks hideous. The fact that if I ever jump onto some EverQuest 1 streams, the fact that, like, I mean, how do I even show this? There's not enough windows to move around. But like, let's say for example that this is like your bag window. The fact that people play it with like the bag window here, the character window here, some other action bar here, some other window here and here, and the only amount of screen you've got is basically this much screen. The rest of the game is just UI. It's, oh my god, how do people play that in the game now? So the only reason why I think EverQuest 1 still exists is for nostalgia reasons. And I'm pretty certain that's the same as Dark Age of Camelot. I mean, Christ, I was really looking forward to playing, what's that other new game that's about to come out, or been out in early access now? Pantheon. But then I watch a couple of Pantheon streams, and again, it's the same as EverQuest 1. They've got bag slots, again, using this as an example, they've got bag slots that cover like 40% of the screen up all over here, and it's just, oh my god, UI, what is this? I appreciate in the long run, they'll hopefully fix some of the UI elements, and the game will look a bit better, blah blah blah. But good lord, there's certain criteria you've just got to hit. It's got to look polished, man. I can't play games that look that bad now, which is a shame. But yeah, stuff like EverQuest 1, Pantheon, Dark Age of Camelot, just can't get myself back into them. Not anymore. Not anymore. And I think the reason why WoW is still so popular is because of time invested. Again, when this game came out originally, back, what, 12, 15, 20 years ago, whatever it was, I immediately bought a brand new PC, top of the range PC for it, jumped straight in. Even then, 12, 15 years ago, out-leveled all content, got bored of it, already had hundreds of hours in WoW, went back to WoW. It's what I know, it's what I'm comfortable with. Whereas this game just didn't pop off the way it should have on launch. And again, when you've got a game that's already been out for X amount of years that is so polished, Fair, retail is another conversation. I don't know anything about retail, as I say. I banged out in Lich King, not gone back. So I have no idea what happened after Lich King, personally. But yeah, when people have already invested thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of hours of their life into a game, and a new MMO drops, they'll probably check it out for a few days, but after that, they return to what's comfortable, and they return to what they know. And that's the unfortunate thing with WoW still being around, because people have spent so much time in that game, that is their go-to game. Whether it's good or bad, whether they even enjoy it at this point, a different story. Whereas I'm quite happy to jump from MMO to MMO. I know Guild Wars 1 isn't really an MMO at this point. It's more like, you know, Path of Exile in terms of you've got the instance outside world and all towns are MMO vibe. We started this channel a couple of months ago on Twitch playing Guild Wars 1. And because it's not really an MMO, we did the majority of that content, and then we've pinged over to this, and then we've kind of not looked back. We do still need to jump back onto Guild Wars 1 at some point to wrap up some of the campaign and stuff. But even that game, it doesn't have the MMO feel to it, and it's a bit weird. Again, like ice skating around the floor as you attack people and stuff. But no, I'm quite happy to jump from MMO to MMO, personally. Not so much in terms of like what's popping on Twitch or what's everyone playing at the moment. Oh, I best jump on that game. If the game is fun, like this is, I'll keep playing this for ages. Why have we been kicked from the warband again? I've only just noticed again, unless I've just been kicked. We'll join these guys. That guy's clearly kicking people for no reason. Why we join some... Oh, Pure, is that why I'm getting kicked from that raid? Sorry, the thingamajiggy. The warband. Oh, he called me Johan. Didn't pay attention to chat, I'll just let him know. Sweet. I mean, we're still going to follow the warband, so I don't know what kicking me from the warband's done. Because we're still going to be following everybody else, do you know what I mean? So, cool. And again, this, in my opinion, is super toxic. Shocking. So this, to be fair, this is where this game puts me off playing it. If it's a case of, for example, this dude, if he's going to kick me from every single warband I join now because I'm streaming the game, which means that Order can see our plays, Order can see what's going on, etc. That's so toxic to me. So toxic. But we'll just follow their warband, I guess, because that's what we're doing. We don't need you on the mark anymore. Where's he gone? That guy. We'll unmark him. We'll follow this guy. Can't inject a delay through 5 minutes. I can, but I'm not going to. The whole point of streaming is so I can interact with my chat. If I'm going to be interacting with chat in a 3 to 5 minute delay, that's ridiculous. You can understand wanting a delay though. I mean, I can if we're doing some crazy play, but all we're doing is killing people and getting killed. So, you know what I mean? Crazy to me. Not to mention, there's definitely going to be more than just me streaming this game right now, right? Because I wanted to delay though, for again, requires strategy. It'll be hard to plan surprise attacks when it's live streaming. I mean, there is already a delay on the stream because Twitch has a delay on the stream. I'm just waiting. There's about a 20 to 30 second delay on the stream regardless. If you can't make a play in 20 to 30 seconds in a game like this, when it's just ganking people, farming kills in Prague, not even pushing a keep, not doing anything actually important, then that's on them. Do you know what I mean? That's on them. Unfortunately. And as I say, kicking me from a warband, I mean, I'm still going to be on top of the warband because this warband's following that warband. Stupid. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know. That's so funny to me, man. So funny to me. So we've been streaming this game for how many days now? Maybe something like 2 months in total. And this is the first time that somebody's asked me to delay the stream. And again, it's not like we're doing something crazy in Prague. We've still only got a 1-star keep. So all we're doing in Prague is farming kills. So in my opinion, the people asking me to delay the stream here are elitists that think they're better than everyone else and think that I am the reason why they're not being able to push and get kills properly and make good plays. That's my opinion. This guy needs buff, for real. So funny to me, man. If we were actually making good plays and like grabbing a siege, dropping off boxes, I mean, Christ, this is still 7%. Like, all we're doing is farming kills. Christ, if you want to farm kills, go join a scenario, because that's what they're for, right? It's so confusing to me. On a private server, I could understand if this was a tournament going on. Yeah, alright, I'll delay my stream, but Christ, running around farming kills. Delay your stream, sir, or get kicked from the warband. Oh no, because this dude, I mean, we've been kicked from the warband, so we can't see this warband anymore, right? We can't see that they're right here. Like, what is this? The next step will be these elitist people reporting me and me getting banned from the server because I'm live streaming my game. That'll be what happens next. Swear to God. And if that happens, hilarious. Really don't see the tactics being that deep for a pug. Nope, me neither. Constructed groups, yeah, communication flanks. I mean, this is the reason why I didn't join Discord. Because, let's say I join Discord, and then I stream the Discord channel. I mean, I wouldn't, without asking, obviously. But let's say I accidentally did that. Oh my God, could you imagine? Oh. I mean, to be fair, what I should be doing here is I should be changing all the region RvR chatter. And I should be changing all that into the RvR tab. So at least that way, the only chat everyone's seeing on the stream is like local chat, save chat, guild chat, that kind of stuff. I would have made that change quite happily. Well, we're not really going to see the healing them guys. I mean, how many people are even online right now? I would imagine probably like, what, 700-800 people? Let's get these guys rezzed. Oh, he's already getting rezzed. He's already rezzed, cool. We'll quickly out-tab. I'll set myself to follow this guy. Maybe an actual caster so I don't get smashed. I'll just be a second. Return to Reckoning.com. How many people? There's 659 people on right now. If they want me to delay my stream, so funny to me, man. That's so funny. Christ. I mean, I'm a bit unhappy with the fact that there's already like a 20-30 second delay on the stream. I'd rather it have 0 delay, but just unfortunate that that's what happens with Twitch. And also, if people do want from the order side, if people from the order side are watching this to, I mean, I'm going to use the expression stream snipe, even though it's not really what's going on. Fair play to them. If they want to do that, I'm happy with that. It'll make for more interesting plays on both our side and their side, I guess. Although I can understand, you know what I mean, without being a knob about it, I can understand why it would be frustrating for these guys if their feeling is that because I am not having a delay on the stream, that's the issue as to why none of their pushes are working properly, or because they're getting caught off guard. Yeah, I can understand the frustration there. I mean, if anything, if they feel that way, shouldn't they just like not blob up? I don't know. That's funny. I don't know what kicking me from the warband does though, other than, I mean, the dude's spamming in region chat. Can we do something here? I mean, I'm not going to delay the stream, but I'll at least turn off some of this region stuff. Yeah, okay. I'll try and do my bit for you guys. That's fine. We don't want to get caught on that left side. Max Drew, bro, stop doing live stream while we are fighting you. Let others to do stream sniping. Sorry that I can't enjoy my life and you know, do what I want to do as a human being, because you want to make plays in a game. That's my bad, bro. I'm very sorry. I've turned off region chat though, dude. So now you can continue spamming region chat, and the order guys will never see. Absolutely shocking. You know, there's literally a UI bit that tells you where the enemy is, right? Is that on the default UI, or is that an add-on? Oh, you mean the sword icon? Yeah, I see what you're saying. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, if order can predict where we're going, 30 seconds before we do it. I mean, that's fair enough, but we do also have, currently, a little delay on the stream. And I don't really know what kicking me from a warband achieves when we're still just balled up in a ball following you. Right, let's have some coffee real quick as we catch up. XT, make a very good point, my friend. Shall I also not open the map up because the order might realise what BOs we've taken and stuff? I'm guessing these sword icons, they're a bug as well, I guess? Because it's showing you where people are fighting on the map that everyone can see by default. We'll have to make a bug post on the forums to have this removed from the map, I guess. At some point. Don't put out, they'll find the function. I mean, Christ almighty. I best not open the map either, because it clearly shows you where the warband people are going. In fact, I should probably turn off the minimap, and probably turn off my whole UI. And just look at the a black screen when I'm playing, maybe? Although they might be able to pick up what we're doing based on audio cues, and that won't be good either. It definitely won't be good. This whole thing about Theo being sniped is just boring. It is, dude. It really is. I mean, this is the first time playing this game that we've run into like elitists that kick me from a warband because I'm live streaming the game. It's absolutely hilarious to me, to be fair. I didn't realise there were people like that playing this game, but it makes sense, I guess, when it's been out for so long and people are in the best gear and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Would play your eyes closed, maybe. We might have to, dude. I mean, if this continues, because as I say, this is the first time this has ever happened before, where people are getting arsed about live streaming the game. If this continues to happen, then we just won't be able to stream the game anymore, will we? Simple as that. Which will be a shame, because if anything, as the devs have said to us before as well, when we've had a dev in chat before, me streaming this game is really good for the server because it shows people the game, it advertises for free the game, and obviously as a streamer, having a delay in the stream makes no sense because if I wanted to do that, I'd just upload YouTube videos and then comment to people in the comment section, wouldn't I? The whole point of live streaming is so I can comment on chat live, right? So having a 20-minute delay makes no sense to me. I mean, it is what it is. We'll stop going on about the getting kicked from a warband because it means that order a stream sniping. Crazy to me, dog. There's people playing a game that apparently didn't have enough of a following to stay open. I mean, this is it. If nobody streamed this game, because again, there's a huge like movement, I think, in the gaming industry at the moment, and it has been this way for a while, where if your game is not successful on Twitch, nobody plays the game. And like if a new game comes out, if it doesn't have a certain concurrent player base on Steam, or a certain amount of viewership on Twitch, people won't buy and play the game. Which is crazy to me. So, yeah, I don't know. People being people. We'll see how this works for the weekend drop event. And see how terrible it is for the weekend. As I say, if it's terrible over the weekend and we suddenly can't do any warband stuff, again, I don't think everyone's like that. I mean, this warband, for example, I mean, it's a pug one, the same as the last one was. These don't seem to care at all, which is fine. But yeah, if it becomes like really toxic this game, we'll just not play it. We've been having fun up until this point. And we'll have to see as well how good the plays are when we stop streaming today. Because we're going to be on for like 20 minutes or so, but then we've got things to be doing at 0 o'clock. Family members to see and stuff. So after the 20 minutes, without me streaming, we'll see how good the plays are. I imagine there's definitely going to be people streaming with a delay. So we'll check out some of the streams later on. And we'll have to catch up on the VODs and just see how much better Destruction are without me streaming. I'm not going to roast that guy. He's going to be on his own, unfortunately. Hope there's not been any weird drill noises today on the stream. My next door neighbour's doing a bit of DIY, and I have occasionally heard some drill going. I'll figure that out when I watch the VOD back. I mean, let's follow this guy for a second. Let's have a quick check of the current directory for Warhammer Online. Oh, I guess saying that, to be fair. Oh, that's hilarious. I guess saying that, I would just res here. Saying that, it does actually look like that the only person doing RvR in the directory is me, so yeah, okay. Maybe the fellas have a point. Maybe they have a point. But as you've mentioned, Fixed T, it's kind of obvious in terms of what people are actually doing, isn't it? And which way they're going. Especially when the map itself tells you that information. I guess I'll just do this, right? People never know where we are. This will help everyone, right? This is what people want to watch. Just start bringing up the map, actually. Got some coffee again. Cool. You crack on, mate. Watching RvR gets you hyped for yeah, that's it, man. That's it. I mean, again, at the moment, apparently we have more numbers than them in Prague. So I would have thought them knowing where we are is probably a good thing, right? I don't know. We still haven't delivered a single box in Prague, which is crazy to see. So what we've done in Prague is just farm kills. which is very intriguing to me. He's above the cellar. Hasn't buffed himself, so we'll just give him a knee. Grab this and move out, I think. Luckily, because we need to reboot the client, we get lag spikes when their warbands approach. So we get a little bit of a warning when they're on the way. This is where we could probably do something. There's a small amount of us on this side. Only a small amount of us though. Ooh. That's weird too. What's the benefit of just running around? I think the benefit of just running around and not doing boxes is because people just want to farm kills. So if we, like, for example, if we go to this BO and then we make a big run around here and then we hide up here for 10 seconds, then we come back, it basically means that we're going to catch their warband slightly off guard and then get, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 kills maybe like that. But for the past 3 days, give or take, all we've seen Destruction do is farm kills and not really do anything with boxes. Which is very interesting to me. It doesn't really make a lot of sense in my head. Other than, if people are high renown rank, they don't care about anything else. Because all they care about is getting war crests. So they don't exactly need to get more renown rank. They've already maxed the renown kind of thing. I mean, it's not maxed because you can still get dyes and cosmetics and stuff. So all they're basically after is getting kills to get war crests. That's all they care about. Which makes sense, because again, if I were, like, you know, I mean, I don't know, 85 renown rank, I guess. Whenever it stops giving you more career talent points, once you've maxed that, yeah, there's no point to gain renown anymore, other than getting dyes and stuff like that. Which I don't think many people are that fussed about. I mean, I'm not fussed about dyes, personally. Or is it just like easy playing, save the concentration to more populated hours, you think? No, I think this is just how the open world RvR plays out a lot of the time. Where, again, like this guy, for example, no, he's low level, he's just brightly coloured. Again, like the warband leaders, I would have thought, are probably all in, well, you can't expect this dude again. You can't expect many people who are high renown. But as I say, if you've maxed renown rank, basically, you're not getting anything for getting more renown, and by locking, oh, it's not the mic, sorry about that. And by locking down the BOs, by locking down the keeps, doing the fortress fights and all this sort of stuff, I don't know what that actually gives you other than war crests, and the amount of war crests you get for the bags in keeps and fortresses. I don't really know about fortresses, but in keeps, if it gives you say 50 for a gold bag, the amount of time it takes you to get the keep, to DPS the keep, to take the keep and all this sort of stuff, it's probably quicker just to farm kills. You'd probably get a higher turnaround of war crests by just farming kills. So I'm guessing that's why, that people just, yeah, we're not bothered about leveling this keep up. Clearly, it's still 1 star, 2% supply, which means we've dropped off, what, 1 box? And it's been that way for like the past hour and a half, give or take. So people are clearly not fussed about leveling up the keep and actually doing the keep stuff. I guess this would also, Prague pushes into what, Chaos Waste or Reekland? So even if we take Prague, we then have to do all this again on another map before we can then do a fortress fight. And at this point, I am just basically following the warband leader and the group of people, the Zerg, because I've turned off all the chatter. Because again, I don't want to delay the stream, but I'm quite happy to try and at least save the plays so people can't see what the plays are going to be. But yeah, normally when we've played this, again, over the last few days, it's changed a little bit. But up until the last few days, it seemed to be that we did care about doing box runs, and we did care about doing keeps and stuff like that. Yeah, the last couple of days it's just been essentially just farming kills. And we would join scenarios and do some of these battleground things, but we find them ridiculously tedious at 40 because people don't DPS the healers. They just basically stand there and DPS tanks when there's like 3 healers healing the tank. Yet order seem to go for me as a healer and other healers on destruction side. So scenarios at 40 seem a bit weird. Sometimes you get into a really good group and we absolutely dominate on destruction. But half the time, yeah, when we join scenarios, it's just people don't understand how to play scenarios, I think. And then also in scenarios, we've been told as well that people like to just farm kills in scenarios and not do the objective, and that's something we have definitely seen. So as I say, doing all this warband stuff, it would make more sense you just join scenarios and do scenarios if you really wanted to just farm kills, as opposed to actually, you know what I mean, doing the open world stuff where you should be taking keeps, I guess. Again, fairly new to the game, and as a new player, it would make way more sense that doing a warband like this means that we're trying to do this to push keeps. But that is not the play. Not over the last few days, anyway. I'm expecting Rude to come from behind here as well. Again, with me not having a stream delay, it would make sense because they can clearly see what we are and not doing. Oh, he's already been res, that's annoying. And yet no one's come from behind to kill us. So I guess the fact that I don't have a delay on doesn't actually matter. Okay. Sweet! And this is always a weird mentality. You run in, I guess we run in, we get some kills, everyone runs away, and then a bunch of us will die because we are caught off guard. Here, as a healer, I kind of want to keep these people up, and I say this quite often, but we're unable to really keep these guys up because if we do, we're going to get pulled, and then we're going to die. So, I mean, even here, it doesn't even look like they have as many numbers as we do. Now the play will be, which I'm hoping there's a bit of delay, the play is basically to run around this and now basically flank them on the side. But they haven't committed. There we go, now they're committing. So we'll just head up in this middle bit. And again, I believe the only reason why we're doing this and this flank and to try and keep them off, or try and catch them off guard is, as I say, just for kills. We're badly positioned here. Might be okay though. wonder if in this zone as well, you need, well, we have 2 BOs, I was going to say. I wonder if you need to have 2 BOs. There's a box. Let's see what this fella does. Because ideally, he should be taking this box up to the keep. There's no other way to the keep. So I'm guessing he's just going to go back to the war camp and hand it in, which gives him renown, XP, and influence, which is not leveling up our keep. Still need to probably reboot the clan again now, but heroes in this too. Doesn't Gildy know how he can mark people? We are disabled, I guess. Yeah. This whole running back and forth thing, as I say, it's very strange in this game. We push to a certain point, realise we can't push anymore, I guess, and then all these people at the back just end up dying because we can't do anything else. It's so strange. Can we use morale to this? Yes, we can. We'll try and keep ourselves up. It's fine, it's good. We had to part there. Kind of stupid. We're disabled again. And then when all these overextend, which I guess that's what's happening now, we'll have a warband run around again and flank, and that's basically the whole play. Crazy. Okay. We'll respawn now. And there's no mention of anything but basically getting kills in this chat. Cool. Wait, that is going to do us for today's stream. So anyone who's sniping on order, oh sorry guys, you're not going to be able to find out what the players are anymore.